Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome finally back to the final day of the grand finals of the Pro EU tournament brought to you by YaLLa Esports and Gamers Unite Nation. I'm your host Maxman, but today no solo cast, no YouTube bugs, nothing like that, but today we'll be having the honour of being joined once again for the last day of this tournament by the one and only, the Irish legend PUBGm himself. Welcome back, man. How's it going?
It's good to be back, man. It's good to be back. Not gonna lie, I did take a sneaky sick day off work. There is a bit of honesty in there. My back is sore, but I tell you what, it's not that sore to carry you in casting. No, I joke. I joke.
Okay.
I had to
get out of my streaming platform, PUBGm. How dare you?
Honestly, it is not on a genuine note. It timed well. I'm all ready to go. Of course, I did miss the action yesterday, so I'll be looking for you on some guidance. And of course, we do have the fact that some of the teams are looking pretty damn good coming into the final day, and some teams are looking not so good.
Yeah, some teams really struggling. Let's go quickly over the current standings of this first day that we had yesterday. It was pretty spicy, especially for the first positioned team so far in PUBGm, which is the Phil. 2 first games, 1 game on Sandhawk, 1 game on Miramar. Both games ended up in being a back-to-back chicken dinner in their favor, so 2 chicken dinners going their way, with 55 total positioning points and 42 kills. They got the total kill record of the entire tournament, 42, an absolute insane number over the course of only 5 games in PUBGm. That's a really, really good average. That means they're almost at the 100-point mark, but just behind them is going to be Dream Eaters with 1 chicken dinner up their sleeve, 51 positioning points and 31 kills. They are also doing really good, and Dream Eaters is a team that I was expecting to do extremely well because they've been just so consistent throughout the entirety of the Pro EU tournament, and I'm just not really surprised to see them in the top 3.
And when you really look at it between first and second place, the biggest difference maker is really the kill points between the two teams. Yeah, okay, there's a 4-point difference in placement points, but that 11-point difference in kills was really giving the field a high point distance between them and second place. I am definitely surprised with Hate Gaming EU. Nothing against them, but they have creeped up a little bit in my eyes, where they've kind of been on the side, doing their thing, building up, and coming into the final day of the finals, finding themselves in third. It's a damn good spot.
Yeah, they're off to a good start right now. I've got to check that on stream real quick. Yes, you may find. Oops, sorry for that, guys. But yeah, so many teams having some pretty good performances yesterday. Also, a chicken dinner, sneaky chicken dinner over to Keenan team. They got themselves 22nd positioning points. But the most important thing, you want to get yourself in these top 3 positions, because that's where the money's at, right, in PUBGm. $500 for first position. Then you go down to, I'm not sure exactly how much you go down to. It's 500. Then I think it's 200.
It's 300.
It's 300. Okay, I don't remember exactly.
Yeah. 500, 200, then 500, 300, then 150.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's it. Yeah. You know, so top 3 positions is where you want to be located. Also, there are 2 special prizes, $25 for the teams with the most point, and also $25 for the player with the most kills. So those are 2 also big landmarks for some of these teams and players. So really interested to see which teams and players can try and achieve the feat of getting an extra $25 up their sleeve. But there you go. These are the current standings. Last position, a few teams really struggling. One team that I'm really surprised about that's been struggling super hard is actually Divine Vendetta. I remember casting... Yeah. Well, I've been casting the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup with my good friend Sandstorm. You know him in PUBGm. You went like New Year's Eve with him. And they had such good performance in that tournament in MEA. But right now, in this current event, on the Pro EU Tour, Divine Vendetta, I just haven't seen them. They had 1 decent game, all the other games, and they were under 12th position all the time.
Yeah, and even in the semifinals, they look so damn good, and I'm definitely very surprised. It's the first team when I looked at the overall standing, I was like, what happened to them? Like, you know, of course, we all have bad days, we all have bad games, but for them to lie in 14th overall is definitely a big surprise on my end. Another team that I'm also a little bit surprised with is Bro Red. I know they've been inconsistent. They've shown signs of flurry talent, but then they've also showed signs where they haven't really been that strong and actually weaker than where they are placed. But I was expecting them to be in the top 8, even the top 7.
There's definitely been a little bit of struggle around the board for some of these teams, but we'll be just jumping straight to the action to see how this will be coming on through. Let's go straight into this game. There we go. We are now set and loaded, jumping into the first game of the grand finals. We'll be seeing how this one will be coming on through. Imperium, do you have to stay on stream if it is maybe possible for you to reduce the quality of your sharing screen, because my internet just went low, which is really weird.
I will see what I can do for you.
I don't know if it is possible on your side, but seems like the stream quality might be suffering a little bit.
Should be. Let me just see. Screen resolution. Hopefully that will
Ooh.
help.
Ooh, something happened as you stopped the screen there. That was a little bit weird. Okay.
I changed the resolution.
Oh wait. Oh, you changed my resolution. Okay, you click. You clicked on my game and it changed it for me. That was a little bit weird. Okay, sorry for that, guys.
My apologies. My apologies.
Hopefully we'll get it back up soon. Oh, okay, that's really weird. Okay, boom. We got the game back up, but I'm not too sure how this is working out for us on the stream. Hopefully it's looking good. I'm just looking into it a little bit. Boom.
Do.
Boom.
Always want to make sure that the quality is of a sufficient standard. So if there's any issues, I don't mind dipping from my point of view. Max, because I want to ensure the quality of the stream is pretty damn solid.
I think that the quality is going pretty low. We'll see with the stream feedback of you guys. Tell us if it's okay or not, but it'll be unfortunate to lose Imperium if it needs to. But
stream quality is far more important. But either way, so looking at the Sandhawk map, see where this phase 1 circle will go, how these teams will look to isolate each other. Bootcamp does have 2 teams. That is, of course, AEQ, Team 10, and also Team 2, I believe it is.
Yeah, there's going to be 2 teams here in the area of Bootcamp, though the first phase circle is going to be here, a little bit more located on the eastern side. Just a little bit of an early shift. The phase 1 circle, most of the time, is not a big deal in the map of Sandhawk. It's not going to force too many teams to do huge rotations because it is a 4x4 map. But we might be losing a few teams in the process of these early game rotations. So team number 10, which is going to be keen, they got the last chicken dinner yesterday on the map of Erangel on the military island finish. So they do have a little bit of a hard time dealing with aggressive play. And hopefully here dropping for Bootcamp, which is going to be a really aggressive drop, is going to be working out fine for them. But they're playing up against the field, which got the one and only chicken dinner on this map of Sandhawk last games yesterday. So this is definitely a big opponent they're going up against.
Yeah, they're finding themselves up against the first place team. Now, if they can take them out somewhat early on, it would be obviously good for every other team. You also have Hate up in the hills above Bootcamp, taking a little bit of damage. MZ having to be very, very careful using that first aid kit. Early equipment isn't gonna, early utility being used isn't really gonna help them too much in the long term, but just gotta be very careful.
Trying to go for the rush right now, though Hate Gaming has Neymar to try to assist him. Slowly, the field rotated away from Bootcamp, trying to get the overwhelm on Hate MZ. MZ going to go for the rush, just get one knockdown, but going to get traded out at the very end. And he just get flushed. That makes the kill secured for the field. They get what they were looking for, but now Hate Gaming, really, if they see the kill feed, they know this is the field. They know these are the current first standing team in the entire tournament. So maybe this is not an opponent you want to face head on, and you just want to let that one slip away for the time being. I think this would be a smart play to play passive. Yeah,
definitely a much wiser choice for them to just really, disengage. Yeah, they've lost one member early on, but it's not the end of the world, to be perfectly honest, Max. And plus, when you look at the fact that Hate Gaming EU are 3rd place overall, they want to protect that 3rd place position, so they want to make it to late game every single game.
Make it to late game every time. That's what they're looking for. Istanbul Wildcat going to be for the cross section of the river as always. They're going to have to cross the river, potentially go through the bridge at some time soon. But I think they'll be okay. Istanbul Wildcat have been a team that has been really good on rotations, and I think that's been really something that came through the PUBG PC side of things, because if you guys don't know, they do have their fellow friends that also play in their org for the PL version of the PUBG PC esports scene. And I think that's also something that these players from the PC scene have been giving them like a lot of insight on how to rotate efficiently, how to pick fights, how to position well, and I think that's been really shown in their gameplay so far in like not only the finals yesterday, but also in the semi-finals and everything like that. But they've been really struggling picking fights. Their macro is great, their micro mechanic is suffering quite a bit. So I hope that now on this second day and the final day of the grand finals, they'll be able to just put a little bit of a better performance, because right now they're pretty low stacked in the current standings.
They are, but if you don't mind just bringing up the map once again, just to give a bit of an idea of what will help them is the fact that they've got that really strong ability to rotate, which means when you look at the fact that most of the teams are on um when most of the teams are on the western side of the circle, that means that a lot of these teams are going to have to rotate to the north and south side of the area, which means that we're going to see a lot of teams rotate quite heavily around. That could favor the likes of Istanbul Wildcats as they look to maybe rotate down towards Quarry and go around and hit the high ground around by the outside of Quarry.
They got a lot of rotation potential. Not teams that in boot camp anymore, as they did rotate away. But we're going to be going at center map, as we might be having a fight breaking out. Was team number 3, Team Unique, but that got only, unfortunately, a few good games yesterday. Quite struggling to secure themselves some chicken dinners. So hopefully today will be the day where they can get a really good performance. But Dream Eaters fighting versus OBS Eternal on the northern bridge, making it to the mainland. And OBS Eternal might struggle to get through the highly stacked defense from Dream Eaters that are holding so far 2 angles and denying some potential protection away from OBS Eternal, which is, no, I gotta say, Dream Eaters doing really well. They got 1 chicken dinner yesterday on Vikendi. Sandhawk, they struggled a little bit, but they did get 2nd position yesterday in Imperium, right behind the field. So this is where now potentially Dream Eaters can actually make their comeback and secure that chicken dinner finally after a really good attempt yesterday.
Indeed, indeed. Now, one thing to note is the fact
Your voice cut there, I didn't hear
we
you.
do only have 13 teams playing in this first game, so that does give a little bit more freedom of movement around the map for these players. Great spray coming out from Advocate to confirm that kill from a distance. Dream Eaters getting the job done, getting more kills for their side.
Yeah, the Vox DC, that was not even strafing at that point. That was just straight up dancing. He was just dodging those shots for so long. But unfortunately, the consistent spray from 3 members, 3 meters, get the kill. And they saw them get into the water. And now they know they can't fight back. So they're going to go for the push. And they're going to try and pick those kills potentially. As Dead Silence and Hector look in a pretty bad spot. But it seemed like Dream Eaters didn't quite see them.
No, they didn't see them. They didn't see them. Ooh. Now, normally you can see the head bobbing. But they're doing their best to avoid that by actually going underwater and taking underwater damage, which it's risky, right? But when it means you're not going to get spotted, it's an overall safer play to make, and it seems like 2 of those players have managed to survive.
That was a really risky play, though. If you got scouted out and you were in the water, Dream Eaters, they were not going to let that go through. So
no.
They got lucky to not get scouted out, which was like the head bobbing thing, as you just mentioned. So they are fine for the time being. Circle does shift even more on the eastern side, with still a pretty big portion of water remaining. But the Keen will be picking a fight straight up versus the Field. The Field that did push out of boot camp pretty early on. And they'll be looking for the engagement, as they're going to be going now for their 2-man engagement. It's a 2-2 split. 2 members on the mountainside, 2 members in the compound. Which I'm actually really happy with this 2-2 split. I think it's pretty good to play aggressive, find the kills, and also have high ground assistance. They might be pushing on top of Balance, which is not in the building. He's just next to the wall. And he can abuse that third-person perspective to get information through the window, which I think he's really well positioned, Balance. I like how this one's coming through.
Yeah, and this could cause a bit of an upset in the overall standings, because if they take Feel out early on, of course, that's going to mean little to no points for the Feel in the first game of the day, kicking off their opportunity to take first place in the overall standings in this Pro EU PUBG mobile tournament. But you got to say, Keen are playing it somewhat safe. You could say maybe they're giving the Field too much freedom of space, and you see that's what happens. It does go against them if they do give them too much space.
Yeah, this is the position I was talking about of the Field. They gave themselves a nice angle. They get the man advantage. Now they can actually try and commit, but they're not too sure if it's a 3-man stacked, a 2-man stacked, or a 4-man stacked team. So they're just still being really cautious, really wary, and that's what allowed them to get themselves so many chicken dinners yesterday. Another shot from Hokage is going to get another knockdown. Now it's 100% or a 1v4 or a 2v4. And they're going to commit on top of Nurse, who's going to try and hold the later compound building. There's a little bit of a spray. The door is looking shut down, but it is actually open. Just a little bit of a client issue. But he's going to get overwhelmed from both sides. He's trying to find the spray, trying to find a knockdown, but I don't think this is going to be working out for Nurse. And he tries to get past her, but here you go. That's going to be an easy shutdown. Easy 3 points in favor of the Field once again. And the Field up to how many kills exactly? Let me check. Already 6 kills in a mere 9 minutes.
Wow. There's a reason why they're on top of the mountain in the leaderboards. There's a reason why They do have the highest kill points so far in this final stages of this tournament. Plus, when you think about it, they've been rotating very effectively while getting the kill. So it's not like they're playing the edge of the circle. They're actually quite well towards the center of the circle. That's very forward thinking. It could go against them, but with the fact that they are looking so strong, they seem very confident. That plays into their ability to play through the map, which is why it's working right now for them in this stage of the finals.
And that's actually a really good point. Like, that is something that's been helping them out. I know, and as I just mentioned a few seconds ago, right, the respect that comes on through. They don't play over aggressively. They just wait to be almost 100% sure they can take the fight head on and come out victorious when they have the highest odds in their favor. So that is why they just got the 2 first games yesterday, and they are looking to try and get themselves another win on Sandhawk. Sandhawk is their map. They dominated. They also dominated not only in this very aggressive map, which is Sandhawk, right, Imperium, they also dominated on Miramar, which is super heavily focused on your rotations and your macro play. And they just got the best of both worlds. Really aggressive gameplay style, and also really good rotation and just really good vision of gameplay overall. So they're just doing perfectly fine. And just that mechanical versatility is just helping them out so much in these finals so far.
Yeah, and even when you take into fact the third game from yesterday, where they got third place, a result not to be sniffed at, right? That shows how dynamic they can be in all maps of the game. And I think that's very important. Some teams, they rely on Erangel much more than every other map. And we're seeing more and more with the evolution of esports that the variety is a spice of life in terms of, they're going to, in competitive tournaments, they're going to play all the maps. They're going to play the majority of the maps. Erangel might be the main focus, but all the maps will be featured. Somewhat. So if you have that versatility and you know all the maps, that's going to give you a higher chance of being consistent all around in any given tournament.
Exactly. I'm just checking out the map again. It's the shift indeed. Once again, on the eastern side, this first circle is just definitely loving the eastern side of this map. So we're going to be having still about, 15-20% of orders still remaining. Lakawi might be taken in play. I think we never had a Lakawi finish in Pure. I think this might be a first.
It might be a first. Now, when you look at the rotations, Supreme Gaming, EU, that are down south, they can easily rotate into the circle, no problem at all. It's the teams up in the west that do find themselves in a bit of a more worrying position. That is a tree. That is a tree. Be careful of the tree there. They do find themselves in a little bit of a worrying position, but because of the fact that we only started with 13 teams, we do have 9 teams left. That does give a lot more land area for the remaining 9 teams. So it's not as frantically pressurizing for these teams as you would see in any other game.
OBS Eternal, they survived the encounter earlier by going in the water versus Dream Eaters on the northern bridge cross section. Now they're actually going to be just behind Dream Eaters, and they're going with a bike. Bikes in the map of Sandhawk can be a good way to rotate quickly, but they do so much sound and you get scattered out so easily, and it's such a small map that most of the time that might actually result in your team or having your team losing a few members, right? So here Dream Eaters got the information. They might fight back, and he sees Dream Eaters. He's going to get lasered down. Hector might die out. He's down to now 1/3 HP and might actually barely survive. But he's going to go straight into another team that's far in the distance, which is going to be team number 12, Prize Gaming. And this might actually be the end of OBS Eternal. As I say that, there you go. Instant karma. No caster curse this time, as it did indeed happen. So, pretty happy with that. But there you go. Prize Gaming secured himself 1 juicy kill. And that's OBS Eternal, 1 member down. I think they're only standing with 1 member remaining right now.
They only have 1 member left top. The last man standing for his team. But with nine teams left, if he does get himself into a good snakingly hiding position in the center of the circle, he could find himself getting a good result for the team overall from a placement point of view. But there's a lot of teams around him that he's going to have to be careful of. One team that are looking pretty good, that is Team 1 Dream Eaters. They want to overtake the field in the top spot. They want to claim the first place and that $500 prize pool. They're on 2 kills already, but looking pretty good in their position up in the north side of the circle.
Yeah, Dream Eaters are a team that plays mostly on their positioning late game. Just a little bit like Team Unique, but Team Unique really steps it up to a T. Istanbul Wildcat picking a fight with team number 11 here. Going on the western shift, trying to make it through. Nice gatekeeping from Istanbul Wildcat. This will be the CIS team. and move forward. But they already got one member knocked out, and I think the backfire, if I'm not mistaken, is the last member. Let's go over to his POV, see what he's dealing with. I'm pretty sure he is. There you go. Here's the last member. Hole's got knocked away. Backfire going to try his very best, but Istanbul Wildcat, you just know they're not going to give that position away, because that is an easy amount of kills that can go straight into their back pocket, and they're doing great. So they're going to hold it down, and they should be backfire dying out normally.
Yeah, and what I do kind of like about Istanbul Wildcat holding on to their position for now, they do have to be a bit careful. They want to make sure they get a good position inside the circle past Quarry, but they shouldn't have to worry too much about that final member of Supreme Gaming EU for now. On his side, he's got plenty of med kits. Phase 5 will do a little bit more tick damage, but he should be okay given a little bit of time to get into the net, at least towards the edge of the Phase 5 circle.
Hopefully they will be fine. They're going to rotate away, so they're not going to get the kill on Backfire. Backfire might actually keep the hopes alive of his squad, though. Team number 14 will be using a member. That's going to be them eliminated in 9th position. So that is going to be, team number 9. That was Northern Lights. Northern Light out. They're also another team from PUBG.
Northern Lights are still in it. I hate to say
which team died in 9th then? Because they had the South there.
I don't know, but it definitely wasn't Northern Lights.
I probably saw number 9. Wait, was it number 14 then? No, I think it said number 14. OBS Eternal, there you go, OBS Eternal, I mixed that one up, my bad. Yeah, OBS Eternal got eliminated in 9th position, so Northern Lights still in play in the south, and they seem like they might have an easy rotation point if they don't get too close to team number 13 up there.
No, it's definitely going to be a lot tougher for Northern Lights, because when they get to... You got that road, and you got that crossroad, that is open season for them. Yeah, they would be better off rotating like they are going far deep down the south by the edge of Le Kauai. 100%, that's a lot better for them to go towards, but still not going to be too easy because that circle is compounded a lot more heavily, which you're going to see things like this happening where Istanbul Wildcats are being jumped on.
Getting jumped on pretty heavily, losing one member. At least they got the info now. They don't have to really worry about it too much. But Northern Lights, as you said, they are going to be having a little bit of a harder time. But they did go for the shift away from them, which I think was a smarter play. And that will make it a little bit easier. And also because they're just not focused on them. Team number 13 are getting attacked. As Atasha and Limit are going to be out for the count. Salo, followed up by Crystal also. Overlord is going to be remaining on his own on the backside. Can't go for the reses. Doesn't have much to play around. And he's going to get sniped also on the side by Price Gaming. This seems like it might be the end of their team. But again, every member flushed away, and now all his members are out for the count. It will be a 1v4 potentially versus the Phil.
Don't peek. Don't peek. You're on your own. Don't peek.
Oh, he's staying prone. He's not interested.
Stay prone now. Yeah, but he was peeking a little bit riskily for much longer than he should have been.
Well, he learned now. He's not. He's not going to anymore, I think.
Yeah, now he's not. But he's got to be careful because Northern Lights are down the south of him. So that's something he should be careful of. No, he gets finished by...
Price.
Member from Price, and that means we're gonna be down to 7 teams. The shift has gone up towards the north side. There's a split in the road maximum between the north and south side of the Phase 5 circle.
Yeah, this road will definitely come into play. We do have to keep that in mind. 50-50 split, exactly. This is almost a perfect end circle. And this is going to be just setting so much havoc for most of these squads. The teams that have to cross, they're going to get absolutely pummeled, especially knowing that a compound is actually, I believe, still in play. It is. It's going to be a compound still in play, and they will be making it even harder to cross the road section, unless you still have some utility, which I hope that most of these teams still do. One team that still has utility, 100%, that's going to be Team Unique. They haven't picked that many fights. They picked 1 so far, and their team that plays extremely passive. Even though this is Sandhawk, if they can avoid a fight and just stay on the edge of circle, they're always going to pull off the exact same playstyle. And they've always gotten like really high positionings overall. No chicken dinners, but they always just are so consistent on the amount of points they bring back every single game that it's not even worth it getting chicken dinners for them because they just get so many points every game.
Well, they're kicking off the fun, going up towards, I believe it was Dream Eaters, but you get return fire. And Dream Eaters are facing pressure from all around them. We do see the field in the center of the circle. Plaza knocked down and taken out. And the kill was stolen by Istanbul Wildcats.
Yeah, Istanbul Wildcats get the frag. They get the points. Going to move in forward, though. Boschka got back to the compound as the blue zone is going to be moving in, forcing Istanbul Wildcat in the last few remaining buildings of the compound. But though, unfortunately, the field in this just dip is going to be a little bit scary. They do get 1 member knocked down. 2 members knocked down. Strike will be a casualty, will not get res back up. I do believe it is in a pretty scary spot. But Rebellion slowly ticking down because of the blue zone. Gonna have to use that first aid kit, and there you go. in just a snap of a finger. Istanbul Wildcat on their last leg, which is going to be Rebellion. But maybe here the Phil are not too wary, and he could get the kill. They're rezzing on the backside, but he's going to go on the opposite side to avoid confrontation. Takes damage, and this should be the end. He will not have time to use the first aid, and that is Istanbul Wildcat out in 5th position.
Yeah, good push coming out from the field. Probably a little bit unneeded. They, Strike did get res back up, but you gotta say maybe they should have just played for Istanbul Wildcats heading towards them. But now we are getting towards the final moments. Phase 6 did pop up once again. The field are going to get near towards Northern Lights, and Team Unique are in that compound.
Yeah, Team Unique having Matic knocked away. I don't know if he's getting Raz back up. Might be coming back into the game, but no, Rose is also knocked out. And Old Boy, which is normally always the member to get knocked out in like the first 5 minutes, unfortunately for Team Unique in yesterday's games, he is now the last member standing. So hopefully it can go well. And we saw it on the game where he did stay really late. Team Unique, Old Boy is just an absolute beast when he gets to the late game stage. But Price Gaming is going to be clashing with Northern Lights. Northern Lights going to be suffering just a little bit of that encounter potentially. But now they get one man knocked down on Pasta for the side of the field. But Northern Lights coming out of the shadows. And there you have it again. One knockdown. Discrim got to try and join him soon, because the blue zone is doing quite a bit of tick damage. He's got to be very careful. But look at that. Monlam is right on the side. And might actually get a surprise shutdown on Trotter. Doesn't see him just yet.
Damage. Yeah, take damage is doing a lot. He has to get out of the prone position. He's going to make a run, make a play. Down! Troller from Northern Lights. And now he goes back into the prone position. Yeah,
the Blues are still doing a little bit of work. Going to flush it away. That means information was given up, but Discrim is going to die normally pretty soon. He does get the health pack in, but I think it's a little bit too late for Northern Lights. Too late on the rotation inwards, and they're going to get instantly shut down. And actually, kill secured for Phil. And that's an extra point, because the Phil are, once again, in terms of kill, doing just so well right now. But they're only standing with 2 members. This will be a 2v2 vs 1 with Team Unique, Price Gaming, and the Phil still in play. And the Phil, once again, they want that chicken dinner on good old Sandhawk.
A good thing for Old Boy is that he is inside the center of the circle. He is in that compound. We can pretty much predict that we're going to see the edge of the circle play. Whoa! Oh, prone position. The snake comes out and confirms that knockdown. Can he confirm the kill on the strike?
I do think he could. This is definitely an interesting position for him. But no, he's going to go for the push. He wants to go downwards. He knows the rest can't come through, so he's not really too interested in that one. We did lose, unfortunately, Old Boy from Team Unique. That means it's now going to be a 1v2. The field. Can they steal it? Can they pull off the 1v2 clutch versus Onyx? And also versus Montlam on Price Gaming. They got 2 positions. Got a nice spray on the M4. Does get a little bit of tick damage, but the blue zone is forcing in. He's going to be forcing him forward, but he still has a little bit of a plateau to work with. Monlam is right up there. He's using that third-person perspective, but he wins it without getting the objective and without getting that third-person like POV. So that's a great play from Hokage. And that's going to be turned into a 1v1 versus Onyx. Onyx rushes out the building, and there you go. That's the feel. Another chicken dinner on Sandhawk.
Honestly, that was Priest wasting the opportunity to get a first base. They were 2 against 1. 3 people left. There's no shadow of a doubt that they knew that they had that man advantage. They even had the positional advantage. You should have used the communication. I mean, that's why I can only guess that they weren't communicative enough to the fact that of where that final member of the field was. Nothing against
Price, yeah.
Okash, because he did a great job in the final moments, but that was Price's game that they lost on their own. Unfortunately, they did a great job up until that point, taking down Unique and of course taking down Northern Lights. But yeah, in those final moments, that's what makes a team that's good better.
Yeah, if they would have stuck maybe a little bit closer focused, they could have picked that 1v2. But it did struggle a little bit. And there you go. That's going to be the Phil securing the second and final game of Sandhawk of the Grand Finals. So, you know what? The Kings of Sandhawk are the one and only the Phil. Congratulations. With a grand total of 16 kills, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 16 kills and a chicken dinner. So they were already in first position with almost 100 kills. Now they're definitely over, well, 100 kills, 100 points. Now they're definitely over the 100 points mark. So congratulations to them. The Phil still looking absolutely strong on this second day of the Grand Finals. Then Price with just a hefty, well, still get 8 kills. That's nothing to look over, really, Imperium.
I was just going to say, I was like, just
8, but no, that's pretty good. And then you got Team Unique in 3rd position. Thanks to Old Boy making it through to the late game stage. They get themselves 3 for 5 kills. Then I'm just going to go through all the standings so Aura doesn't kill me. There you go. Northern Lights then in 4th position with 6 kills. Dream Eaters with 2 kills. 5th position, still Dream Eaters. Despite not getting a chicken dinner, they didn't get an insane amount of kills. They got 2. They're still in like 5th position. Most of the time, you're going to see them in top 5. Imperium, I'm seeing you playing with my mouse. Don't play with my mouse.
I didn't do it on purpose. Sorry, mate. Sorry,
Just kidding. It's fine. It's fine. Istanbul Wildcat then in 6th. They get themselves 4 kills. 1 kill each. You know what? That's fair. They shared. Like a Kinder Bueno. Pretty happy with that. S2, this is going to be the, I believe, the CIS team. Yeah, that's CIS team. That's going to be in 7th position. 0 kills, though. And then the EU team will be in 8th with 1 kill. So, you know what? The two same teams are going to be pretty close to each other. OBS Eternal in 9th. 10th position is going to be the Keen with 1 kill. Attila, 11th, 1 kill also. Heroes X, 2 kills only. 1 for Selim and 1 for Son HB. Yeah, I want to try and see Heroes X have some good games today. Yesterday struggled a little bit, but today I think might be their day. After it is Sandhawk, you know, is this going to be pretty harsh? Sometimes you just die really early because it's Sandhawk. It's a 4x4 map. And that was just an unlucky first game for them. Hopefully the next ones will be better. And then Hate Gaming, EU, in last final position, 13th position with 1 kill. We only have 13 teams joining up on this first game, unfortunately, on Sandhawk. But hopefully we'll have a bunch more for the next games so we don't miss too much on the action. There you go, guys. Thank you very much for watching this first game on Sandhawk of the Pro EU Tour. Day number 2, brought to you by YaLLa Esports. Don't hesitate once again to go check out their YouTube channel, YaLLa Esports on YouTube. You'll be notified when we do go live in the future with all other different events from this organization. And it's also sponsored by Gamers Unite Nation, allowing us to have a whopping $1,000 US cash prize for this event. Thank you very much to them. And thank you for the Pro EU Scrim staff for putting this tournament together and having me and Imperium joining on the action. But anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching this first game. Game number 2 on Miramar will be coming up in just a few short minutes, so don't move off your browser. We'll be back shortly for game number 2.
Without you, I remember myself, my name. Forgot about all you tried to change. Familiar was the sound of your voice as I continue to walk on by. It has been a year and now I'm living on the I knew I'm better off right here without you. That I'm better off right here without you. That I'm better off right here without you.
The seasons come and go like thoughts of you. Like a wave returns to the sea into the blue. They change but in a cycle that I can't lose. Each painful but delightful to live through. You came into my life just like another season. Not so long, just a time, just like another season. You came into my life just like another season. Not so long, just a time, just like another season. The seasons turn and change just like your mind. Like the sun gives into the moon, into the night. Time continues marching, it slowly crawls. With each new one starting, I recall. You came into my life just like another season. Not so long, just a time, just like another season. You came into my life just like another season. Not so long, just a time, just like another season. Come my way this season.
Are you afraid of the dark? Are you scared? I can see you from behind. You can hear me in your mind. Run so fast as you can go. Time will catch you before you know.
Thank you so much for waiting, guys. Ready to jump to game number 2 of the Pro EU tournament. Sponsored once again by YaLLa Esports and Gamers Unite Nation. My name is Maxman, and Imperium is back again after eating his very sexy bagel. I don't know if you can qualify a bagel of sexy, but that's the completely different topic. What up, man?
It was a nice tasty bagel, to be honest. It was a nice tasty bagel. Very fresh, multi-season cereal, all that jazz. But anyway, great first game we had in Sandhawk. Looking back over, let's say, the point results of that game, without doing any real calculations, but based on the results of the game and the overall standings, the biggest winners in that last game was 100%, 100%,
The feel?
Team Unique
Oh, okay.
and Priest Gaming. Because, yeah, Dream Eaters did okay, but they only finished 5th with 2 kills. And Hate Gaming kind of got nowhere. Supreme Gaming CS did okay, but Priest Gaming finished 2nd with 8 kills, and Unique finished 3rd with 5 kills. So those were the 2 biggest winners. Of course, the field was huge winners in that factor, with the fact that they won the game, got 16 kills. All they've done is increase their point difference against the teams around them. So yeah, of course, they are definitely a winner, but we already knew that. I was just talking about the teams kind of below them in terms of overall positions where they will have potentially moved up.
Right. Again, loading in. Yeah, just a few changes and a few potential shifts in the current standings. Imperium might be happening. Unfortunately, we don't have them updated. So if you guys want to see all the standings and everything, you'll definitely have to go check out Pro EU Scrims on Twitter. And like that, you have just a nice overlay. Also, what you can do is just join the Discord of Pro EU Scrims. And like that, you have nice updated graphics all the time. And we should be good with that. But yeah, definitely a lot of big changes. After one thing that's definitely 100% sure Imperium right is that which team is going to be in first position, of course, is going to be the Phil, as they get another chicken dinner on the good old map of Sandhawk. But this playing path is going to be, woo, super focused on south. From Minas del Sur up to Impala, denying a lot of potential drops away. After the thing is, with Miramar, car spawns are pretty easy to anticipate and to see from the high up ground, because like when you're dropping, you can see them really easily in the just very plain landscape of Miramar. So you can just take them and rotate up north, which I think is something that a lot of these teams might actually try and pull off. Like I think that Team Unique might rotate again for El Pozo like they did yesterday, is a rotation which they really enjoy, and I think they're going to put as much effort as they can to try and get an El Pozo. They already dropped, but they're going to go and try and go on the western route or next to the wall and try and find themselves a car there to just shift up to El Pozo, which they can do a 4-man rotation in one car early on, because no teams are going to shoot at you so early on, especially because of this plane path.
It's still risky, but I do overall agree getting up.
If they want to do it, it's now or never, basically.
now or never, pretty much. But Lacionas should look to hold 2 teams in the early parts of this game, but you don't really want to hang around there for too often. Of course, you know, Impala is a pretty well contested spot in the best of times, Minas Generalis, Junkyard. But what's going to be more important, Max, is the fact of what this Phase 1 circuit is going to look like. Is it going to be up in the deep north? Are we going to see these huge rotational shifts? And we know in Miramar, it can be quite difficult to rotate because you got that high ground landmass, and in a vehicle, it can take quite a while to rotate where you want to get to if you're going outside of the main roads.
Wait, as I'm loading in, there we go. We got a big fight happening between Northern Lights and the Phil. But I don't think this fight will be ending up being too much. Is this a really big compound? It depends really if the Phil or Northern Light really want to hard commit to this engagement. The Phil has 4 members, but there's one member that I can't quite see on the minimap. Or is he just... Oh, he's just below him. Okay, they have 4 members. There was one that was just hiding on the minimap, but they are back as a full squad. And this will be a 4v4 of Northern Lights versus the Phil, but Northern Lights having 1 member split away, which is Truder on the other side of the road, which might cause quite a bit of a hassle. If he gets knocked away, no one on his team will be able to come and help him out.
Sorry, the game on my screen, the game had jammed a little bit, and I was like, okay, can I see things? But things are going okay. Northern Lights and the field going up against each other in this southerly area. It's going to be pretty well contested. Truder with the Uzi. We'll be able to do good work from short range, but mid range, Mid long range isn't going to really do too much unless you can really be accurate on that spray.
Yeah, try and work on the spray would be good. Unless if they want to play aggressively, that would be a weapon that would be interesting. But playing aggressively when you're on your own, on your side of the road, I would just say true to it. Stay there, give information over to your team. The fight is going over was Istanbul Wildcats. So it's located actually in Los Leones. So let's pan on over real quick to the POV. Picking a fight with Price Gaming. Seemed like Istanbul Wildcat, unfortunately, will be losing their very first member, which will be Boschka. Boschka feels bad to lose him so early on. He has been potentially even the most consistent player of Istanbul Wildcat, just doing so much work, especially even on that last game. He got the field in such a bad position by him alone, but they lose him early, which is going to leave them now on 3 legs, which is going to be the remaining members of Istanbul Wildcats. Hopefully they can make it work, but Los Leones is, I don't know why, I just always have a bad feeling of when teams drop in Los Leones. They always seem to go south really quickly.
Of course, that can be the law of the land. In fairness, Max, you gotta be careful with those things. But Los Leones holding on to 3 teams for now, roughly. It's going to be important for these teams to really be aware of where each other are, especially Priest, because they're a little bit more heavily split compared to Istanbul Wildcats and OBS Eternal. But the good thing for all teams is that there are kind of clear exit rotations for them. More so for Priest and OBS. I do think for Istanbul Wildcats, it's a little bit tougher.
Istanbul Wildcat, though, they are the only squad that is actually set as a team. Like, they are stuck together. After they did lose Boschka, a little bit unfortunate. But they are the one that are playing together. So if they get attacked, they have the better chance to just actually fight back in a better manner. Because they are so stacked together. Whereas, like, you can see that OBS Eternal and Price Gaming, they're split all around the area of Los Leones. So it will be a little bit of a struggle on their side if they try and pick a fight, because they just won't have the man and the numbers to just really fight back. But it seemed like Istanbul Wildcat, they lost their first member. They don't want to take the risk, which I do really like, that kind of rotation. It is Istanbul Wildcat, but going for a 3-man rotation with 1 card this late in the early stage can put a little bit of a hazard on their in their path, but hopefully they'll make it out without too much of a hassle. Again, shot at by 1 member of Price Gaming. They're not going to take the risk. They're just going to jump out and hold the building, which I think is the smart play here.
I think they actually could have successfully disengaged. It would have been risky, but I think they could have successfully disengaged. But now what they've done is they got in a vehicle. They're all 3 members in 1 building. That would have alerted, if they hadn't already been alerted, that will alert both teams around them. They're pinched. And the longer they wait, the more they're going to be potentially pinched, which makes it harder for them to disengage. So I think if they were going to disengage, it should have been at the point where they all got in the car, because they going down the downhill area to the left side of them would have meant that they would have gotten away from Priest Gaming quite effectively, and they would have only had to worry about OBS.
Then we've seen Gotcha slowly make his way down and he's making his way slowly towards Vox DC, but he's pretty far away. But I saw on the minimap some Dream Eater fight happening, and that's actually going to be happening in El Azahar. The circle did shift actually on the northeastern side, but Dream Eaters might actually be ending out the life of Attila, as Squire is going to be the only man remaining. Almost got 1v4 yesterday, actually, on Miramar in Picado, but seemed like this time it will be a little bit more complicated in El Azahar. And El Azahar, I don't know why, he's always the area where I see so many squad wipeouts early game, which should not be happening really on Miramar, but he's going to get pushed upon. He's got the Thompson, and that is just not a great weapon to fight back with in this scenario. But gets 1 knockdown, but unfortunately at the end it's got its limit, that kind of weapon, and you're not going to be able to pick the 1v3. And Dream Eaters getting himself a nice squad wipeout, 3 points up their sleeve, and they are looking once again extremely strong, knowing also they were in 2nd position at the start of these games.
Yeah, of course, and the fact that they engaged on that as a 2-man team, not really knowing how many were in that building, was effective. And it's something simple, but sometimes it just doesn't get featured enough. Engaging on an opponent as with at least 2 members going in is always so much more important. Don't go in solo unless you are really 100% certain that you've chunked the damage of your opponent, that there's only 1 person there. You always want to keep that manpower, because at the end of the day, Max, it's a squad game. It's a game where you stick as a team. If it was a solo game, or if this tournament wasn't solo, then yeah, fair enough. But it's a squad game. You do your best to keep as a squad in those battles.
Always play as a squad as much as you can. For example, here the field going for that two split, which got to always appreciate, and they're gonna make it back. Sent
Yep.
strike first, just in case. So having 2 members like running in this kind of area, knowing that Northern Lights were around, was a little bit risky. But Northern Lights were just so far away that it wasn't really too much of a risk. But they will make it to the compound. Seem like they're trying to shift away, and they might go for 4-man rotation 1 car. Which that is I do not agree with that one, but it is early
No.
game Miramar. The chances are pretty slim of you getting shut down because of these kind of rotations, but still, it's just a risk that's sometimes just not worth taking. So if they find a car, I hope they'll do the wise decision to like just split, which they did do yesterday on Vikendi, to be completely honest, and I think they'll do it again if they find another car. Knowing that their playstyle in Imperium, I think they just didn't have another choice and couldn't find another car. They're just pulling off the rotation, and they're playing it really safe. They've gone on the most western side as possible to just completely avoid confrontation. Straight up with Northern Lights, which works out, but once again is something that you should never recommend.
And let's not forget the fact that they are quite a little bit far away from the circle.
Yeah.
So they will definitely want to get a second vehicle if they are going to rotate cleanly as a full squad. But this is what I was talking about. Priest, they have the information onto, well, actually, Priest and OBS, they're actually fighting up against each other.
I don't know if Onyx tried to get that car moving just to pull off a bait. Do you like if he's rotating away was the sound? That could definitely be a strat that he could try to use. He's going to try and force down. He's got the high ground, which is going to be super valuable. This is a type of position where he can hope of pulling off the 1v3. Gets Rebellion extremely low, but unfortunately doesn't get the last bullet, so that will not be a knockdown. As Hax does just roll down the hill, try and get himself in position as much as he can. But Onyx is just, no fear, just fighting Imperium, right? That's what they say in Vainglory, but now he's also replicated in this game. Onyx is just going to be forcing through, which I think he might be playing a little bit over-aggressive. I mean, I don't even think he is definitely playing over-aggressive. But he's still going for it.
Now he is. He's playing completely over-aggressive. If he can turn this into 1v3, this will be domination. But in the vehicle, IW trying to get away.
He gets him!
Hold up. 1 knockdown. 1 down, 2 to go. I don't think he's going to be able to get the 2 others. That's just going to be 1 victim for Istanbul Wildcats.
Oh my god, Istanbul. That's the thing is, right, it was 3 car rotations at that point. He could have got even maybe 2, even potentially 3 headshots if the spray was just that much luckier, but unfortunately didn't quite come through. But Onyx, he's going to be rushing through. He wants to find those frags, and he's even got the high ground, which is always going to be super effective for him. So hopefully they'll be looking good. Istanbul Wildcat do get the res back up, and Hax now is going to try and fight back. But finally, Price Gaming are joining on Onyx, so finally he's not going to be on his own going 1v3. But Onyx doing some pretty significant work despite being 1v3 there. I do have to say, Imperium, but look at that in the back of their head. Hate Gaming EU is actually going to be trying to corner up on Istanbul Wildcats.
That's something that Hate Gaming EU will be aware of. Of course, Priest will have to be careful. You could see the third party coming out between these 3 teams.
Yeah, this is looking pretty scary. This is an Istanbul Wildcat sandwich. Rebellion and a Hax remaining. Gotcha will not get flushed out. Might get rezzed later on, but this is definitely a pretty scary spot to be in if you are Istanbul Wildcat. I'm going to be seeing Vlam going for the low side flank, but Gotcha can still give the information away as he's just knocked. So if he sees Vlam, he might actually try and know it, but he's going to be overheading them. He didn't quite overcommit because I think he did see Hate, but Hate are actually committing really aggressively as Navi and Neymad made it through the other side of the road, and that's going to leave Hax remaining on his own as the last member of Istanbul Wildcat. But he's just staying prone and hoping to avoid detection, but I think this is just bound to fail, Imperium, because you're going to get scouted still, because these are really educated players and they can easily see you in these bushes.
Yeah, only they get knocked down by Hate, so Hate looking to put the pain onto Priest. These teams are fighting towards the top end of the overall standings. Max, this is something we have to be careful of. Priest had a fantastic result in the first game of the day. They would have gotten a lot closer, if not ahead of Hate Gaming in the overall standings. So this is definitely a very well contested team fight in the overall standings point of view.
Really nice smoke coming out from Neymad, allowing him to rotate down to the lower side. Doesn't want to take that fight. They know they don't have the man advantage. They get the kill secured. It will be going over to Hate Gaming. But Price now trying to rotate down. They want to hold the compound so they can try and push away Hate Gaming. Have a good position to take this fight. They want a good foothold in this skirmish. But still, Hate Neymad. Yeah, they're not quite giving it away. But Vlam's still pushing on the flank. He loves flanking, but he hasn't pulled the last flank on Istanbul Wildcat. But now might be the time to pull the trigger, Imperium. But Jarja's going really high on that flank too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Both teams are actually quite similar in terms of their team fights. Could the final member of Istanbul Wildcats cause an upset on any of these two teams. Now we got to be aware of the fact that you do have beasts in the further background that could cause even more of a hassle for Priest Gaming. So Priest, they definitely got to be very careful, and it seems like they are backing off a little bit. Onika's gone a little bit further away. Seems to be going towards a higher ground to try and get some kind of perspective, communication, information for the rest of the team, but they are disengaging.
I think Reprism might be having a sniper up his sleeve, going so far away just to try and assist your team with some good firepower from like a Mini, an SLR, or maybe a Kar 98 if he has one. Would be actually pretty smart, just good summation fire. The hack's still not located and still able to keep the hopes of his team alive for the time being. No teams out. We did spawn in with 13 teams. And Price are going to go for the risky move of making it through the field. But they are getting shot at, and this might be actually Price Gaming losing a few of their members, but they're still running. They almost there, and they are now in the blue, sorry, in the circle,
No
phase 2
way.
circle. They actually make it out almost, but against... Oh no, Vlam is gone.
Yeah.
It was going to be
knock,
risky.
2 knock, and that was going to be risky crossing open field. I agree with the disengage, but not in that max. You don't disengage like that across an open field unless you already have the support, as in 2 of them should have gotten in the vehicle, disengaged, gotten into position like Unique is now, provide that cover fire while the other 2 members look to follow suit. That's how it should have gone down, but it didn't work out, and now Priests are falling apart one by one. I believe it's just Unique that is left standing for his team, if I'm not mistaken.
You still Onik is there, but I think are they actually going for a res over there? Well, no, wait, no, he's died earlier. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate. So yeah, it's going to be only Onik. Imperium just confirmed Mionlan did get died out. Team Unique though picking a pretty big fight, so we might actually be interesting to go check out Team Unique, as didn't move on the map a lot because so much action has been going over Istanbul Wildcat. Here we go, Team Unique picking a fight. This is team number 2, which is going to be the Phil, and actually the Phil just got eliminated. Imperium in 13th position, taken out by Team Unique, and Team Unique still 4 members standing.
Okay, so that does add a little bit of extra spiciness to the potential overall standings if the likes of Unique, even Northern Lights, Dream Eaters, Hate, if they can put in some damn good results, some damn good plays in this map, that could bring the overall standings just that little bit closer.
Also, we did lose Price Gaming. Price Gaming just died out. They got pushed upon by Hate Gaming EU.
Really?
So that was unfortunately no chances for them. Northern Light rotating late, but they make it into the circle.
I was hoping Price would have survived just a little bit longer, just in terms of the overall standings, but they'll have to pick up the pieces coming into the next game, into the 3rd game, and find a better result there. But either way, San Martin working out pretty well for the side of TV. They are joining us in this 2nd game as they look to find themselves the high ground, flank around, be very careful, but also be aware of the teams that are around them.
My Vendetta so far pretty low in the standings. I'm really hoping they can have a good performance, because in the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup, Miramar was their just signature map. They were rotating so well, picking fights so efficiently, and they were just top of the standings every single game almost. But now, it's just, they've been struggling so heavily. Don is not in this game though for them, so Divine Vendetta losing one of their top players. Don was doing so good, despite having such a hard time. He was having a really consistent performance. Then they went up against Keen, got 1 chicken dinner today. And they got a really good high ground position. So I think that here, this is a fight that DVI is not going to be having so much of a chance to win. So
I don't know.
Scary.
They were getting a little bit better of Keen in that first part, but both teams have good position, good ground, center circle. So it is open books on who could get the better of. Of course, when you look at the overall standings, there's a higher chance it's going to go over to Keen based on previous results over the last day and a half. But still, I'm not going to doubt what DVI can do when their backs are against the wall and when they've kind of got nothing to lose, and won't count them out until they are out.
Hopefully they can make some plays. Though, Lashin, I just saw, is that Groza that I just saw was his M4? I'm pretty sure that was. So, Groza, you know, always going to be a good weapon to have. It's just an AKM just buffed out on absolute steroids. It should be working out good for them if you can get a little bit close quarters. Going to go for the spray on X Team. Seemed like, unfortunately, because of range, can't quite hit any. Just hit 1 bullet, though. X Team suffers a little bit of tick damage, but it's not going to be too much to actually scare him away. He's still going to hold down that angle. Going to try their best to pick the fight, but I think that here, really, DVI tried to go for a shift. They got 3 vehicles under their control. They have to rotate Imperium. They're in a really safe rotation potential. They can just make it downhill. And I think they got themselves in a pretty good spot with those cars specifically.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, as much as Keen has kind of slightly higher ground, can't knock the position that DVI are in. They're a full team. They've got the positions. They've got the vehicles if they do need to disengage. But that circle shift, Max, we could have a Hacienda del Patron finish or San Martin finish. Either way, it could get spicy in the city.
Might be coming soon, Imperium. That would be an interesting finish. Still haven't got a city finish in the grand finals. So this will definitely be a first. So the teams that are just looking on the position of S2, that's going to be DVI and also Keen. Both have a really good angle on this area, at least, of San Martin. But they are not going to get scouted out, and they will not get sniped at, so they'll be fine. It is a pretty big range, too, so hitting shots in the car from so far away on the high ground is going to be pretty hard. And they're just going to make it through. They're in the compound, they got the warehouse, and they can just relax for now. They're in circle. But though teams are slowly making their way together after that pretty passive early game, we did lose 2 teams in the early stage. But now that is when things are slowly going to get more and more spicy, Imperium. As Heroes X, they're pulling off basically putting off a Team Unique, just playing edge of circle as long as they possibly can.
But look at the position that Team Unique are in. They're on their own on the north side. All the other teams are heading toward the south. So they really have prime real estate in where they are located in above the high ground outside the cities. Yeah, they're not in the city, but I believe that, in my opinion, their position is much stronger in the overall standing because it is rare at the end in the city. Plus, with the vehicles that they have, it will make it easier for them to enter into the city should the circle shift closer inside there.
Yeah, I do really like where Team Unique are located. They also got the high ground position, one of the best high ground positions actually in this area because it's not contested by any teams and it just got a lot of good sniping potential. Even though I don't think they're going to snipe, I think they're just going to be trying to, get information, which is going to be a lot more important. The Northern Lights slowly making their way towards team number 13. The European squad, pushing on to S2. But they got a really good high ground position. They shouldn't really get contested on it. But they got to try and use the fact that S2 have no information. They do not know anything about their position. If they can get that surprise factor, Northern Light might actually be able to secure a few frags. He sees Itachi for a split second there, gets prone, and might be trying to pull the trigger pretty soon. But if you pull the trigger in this situation, Imperium, you're not allowed to miss, or otherwise that's a big wasted opportunity.
Of course, you don't want to waste your opportunities in these games, in these fights. If you can take advantage of an opportunity, you will, of course, find yourself not just in that moment looking stronger, but even down the line in that game, you'll find yourself looking better because not only will you have taken the team out, but you'll have been able to loot them up. You're wiping more bodies off the map and creating more space for not only yourself, but the other teams.
Keen is actually joining the fray there. They just helped out the position of S2. And they will make it through. S2 in a little bit of a dip, so they will be making it out. They should not really get pressured by Keen just yet. Northern Lights now, they got scattered out. They're in actually a pretty scary position because when you're on the rocks, right, you don't have a lot of potential protection if a team is at the same level as you. Don't have rocks, you don't have trees, you can't abuse that. But it seemed like that also S2 are getting shut down by Northern Light, taking a little bit of damage, especially for Toxic. But Crystal Unlimited, I'm surprised they're actually pushing on top of Northern Lights. I think that's maybe a little over-aggressive and not really necessary. Because you might put yourself in a really precarious situation knowing that Keen are already taking shots in that direction. But the blue zone will be just stuck right on the very side of this skirmish on the rocks. But yeah, I'm not too sure why Crystal is pushing up with his friend there.
I don't think they mean to push up. They more just want to... Because if they went back against a rock, they would be more in the open of the two teams around them. Whereas when they're hugging the rock, there's far less chance that Northern Lights can see them. So I think that's what they're attempting to do. And yeah, it's risky, but I think it's overall the right position. The circle has shifted. Northern Lights are disengaging and making their way towards the edge of it. I'd like to see, Max, where this circle has shifted towards. Has it gone towards the city? Or has it gone towards a little bit towards the city? But it's not quite in the city as much as, let's say, it potentially could have been. Unique still on the high ground outside it, now towards the west of the circle.
Yeah, still about like 50%, 40% of the circle is still in the city, so he might still have a little bit of a chance of having a city finish in San Martin. But now, Heroes X and the team of Team Unique will be actually the two teams sniping it out. They got good information, they got good sniping potential, so hopefully this will be good for both of these teams. But though Keen moving as north as they possibly could in this San Martin compound, they're going to be checking out the CIS team of S2. They're going to be just holding this warehouse. And they are in the open. That means that right now they are pretty safe and can scout out information really easily. But if they have to rotate away from this area, it's going to get pretty tricky. So they are definitely hoping to not have a shift away from them. So let's hope that doesn't go against them.
Plus, they're in a 2-2 split on those buildings, which I really like because it means that they can find better angles of vision. But DVI now going up DE.
Dream Eaters in the fight. This is a fight that here now DVI can't afford to lose. Nace getting chucked left, right, and center. They're going to go for the push now on top of Majid. Lashin taking a little bit of damage. They're going to be trying to commit. They get Mao. Now they got the man advantage normally for themselves pretty soon. They get the nade, confirm the kill. Lashin got knocked down, and they get the extra kill. And there you go. DVI just not even standing a chance there. Dream Eaters is completely obliterating them, and it looks so easy. Now Dream Eaters pulled that one off, and DVI once again out in 9th position. Really struggling this entire finals.
They really are, but you know they'll have plenty more chances to claim more points. You gotta still keep pushing. It doesn't matter if you're not in the running to get a chunk of the prize pool. You gotta play to the best of your ability every single game for personal pride to the best that you can. I'm sure that's exactly what DVI will do in the coming games.
Hopefully the Irangle and the Candy games will be going good for them and make a comeback. Now, Dream Eaters might find himself in a little bit of a scary spot. They still have 2 vehicles, but vehicles at this late game stage might just be a little bit more hazardous and will not help you out as much as you might expect. But they do have 3 cars, which will, you know, put their eggs in different baskets, just try and keep as many members alive as they possibly can. But Playzone is claiming lives from S2 and Prior Gaming, so looking a little bit scary, but happening here. Yeah, actually, they're all dining out over here. They're going to try and shift in. Toxic does make it through. He's going to be straight next to Hate Gaming EU, and he's going to get shut down. No chance whatsoever. Eliminated in a spot. Yeah.
You leave it too late to rotate. You pay the price, and that's going to be another team going out. Dream Eaters. Yeah, they have the vehicles. Yes, it can go against them later on, but you're able to shoot out those vehicles and use that protection. They managed to get it. What a snipe coming out from Black and White.
That flick shot straight onto hole is going to chuck the nade. Might confirm the kill. Not too sure. I think it was cooked well. A little bit too short on the range. But that was also an Orm shot in PM. He has an Orm. At this stage of the game, it's not going to be that impactful. But it's still a really good weapon to have. There we so many teams joining up. Game is chucking up.
I'll tell you what. They're going to see that on the kill feed and go, oh, shit. Someone has an Orm. We need to be a little bit careful. Because that can still be dangerous up to the final circle.
Yeah, it can be pretty dangerous. Still got to keep it in consideration. But I didn't seem to get that many frags with it early game. So I guess they got it pretty late. Maybe they got in a team that they squad wiped out earlier.
I think DVI.
It was on DVI, I think?
If you remember, yeah, because remember, one of the members of DVI had a Groza. So they would have gotten a care package to take down DVI. It meant they probably would have gotten the AWM.
Smart thinking Imperium as Heroes X. They're going to try and do a smart thinking of themselves as they're going to rush down the mountainside, getting sniped through. One of their vehicles is going to be fuming up. They make it on the other side of the road, so they made the hardest play. But now they got also Team Unique to just be wary about. The car does explode a little bit later on, but no casualties on their side. 3 meters looking really strong in their position as the circle did shift on the West Imperium, and which is going to be shifting a lot of these teams over there and actually see that Hate Gaming overtook the warehouse of S2. That means S2 got eliminated, I believe, in 7th position. Just a lot of fighting around the board. As Keen has got good information, actually, on most of these teams. Straight up visibility on Hate Gaming. And they're trying to take a few shots, but they are going to be pretty hard to hit.
And you do have 2 members Unique very close by towards the south side of them. Although they are looking to make their own little rotation going into circle. The next shift will be key on who's going to come out on top. Is it going to shift down south? Is it going to shift up north? Will it go in the favor of the likes of Dream Eaters, or will it go towards Unique? And it's gone towards Dream Eaters. They are in circle. They've got to get the better of Hate, wipe them out, push them out outside the circle, and claim that location for themselves.
Mad can't make it through. This is phase 5 blue zone. Take damage. You can't survive it for that long, my friend, and he should be dying out pretty soon. I don't think a res would be enough to keep him out alive. The fight for the compound is currently happening. Down now to top 5 teams. Keen is still in play. Same for Hate Gaming EU. Dream Eater's still up there. Heroes X and Team Unique. I believe these are all the teams. Yeah, I did say all the names. Trying to chuck some utility. Jarja trying to res back up. Trying to survive the blue zone tick damage. But it is going to be pretty hard to achieve that. And this is blue zone is still, as you said, going in favor of Dream Eaters. Their compound is barely but still in zone. Now Team Unique, we're still 4 members up and alive. They're going to try and push upon Heroes X, but now they've got perfect visibility on 2 teams in the compound. And they also got the circle still looking good for them. So this is going to be maybe between Dream Eaters and Team Unique.
It could be, but don't disregard Keen just yet.
Yep.
Keen could take advantage of the fact that Hate and Dream Eaters are fighting up against each other, but they've got to make that push down that hill right now. Whereas we are seeing the team of Team 7, that is, of course, Heroes X, punishing Team Unique a little bit.
Yeah, punished him hard, getting himself 1 knockdown early on Yasha, but now Keen are going to be trying to roll down a little bit lower, try and reposition a bit. They do have balance already on the low ground, which I think is good. You're just putting your eggs in different baskets. They're trying to split their chances. Now they might have actually direct line of sight as Jada does die out because of the blue zone. Hate Gaming might die pretty soon. Let's go over to their POV. Yeah, this is working out. Trying to survive with the first aid kits. He still has 4. And the Molotov got popped off. Oh no, the great molly. And now you go. That's going to be Hate Gaming EU eliminated in 5th position. Down out to top 4 Imperium. Heroes X, Dream Eaters, Keen, and Team Unique. And Team Unique, they want their chicken dinner right here and right now.
That was a nice little Kobe of a Molotov into that little hut, taking down the final 2 members of Hate. But now we're down to 4 teams. Unique, Heroes X, Keen, and Dream Eaters, with the circle centering up, and nobody is inside the circle other than maybe 1 member of Heroes X. So all of them have to make the play, and Dream Eaters are doing that exact thing.
Yeah, Dream Eater Thanos tried to push up a little bit, trying to get away from the compound. Balance now, unfortunately, his building is not in the circle anymore, so he's going to have to be having to deal with that situation. Balance does get 1 on Meku, gets the kill, gets the flush, gets the point. Now that's going to be, unfortunately, Balance dying out to the hands of Black White. There was no chance whatsoever of that working out. And now this is Heroes X looking in one of the worst situations ever. Getting pushed upon. Selim is still going to be alive. Might be able to get a knockdown on top of Matic. But Matic, absolute legend, even though he's got no HP. He makes it through, but Team Unique swiped off the surface of the Earth, Imperium. And they will be taken out in 3rd position. That's 2 teams out for the count. It's going to be Team Unique. Sorry, not Team Unique. That's going to be Dream Eaters versus Keen. But Keen, on the high ground, might have just enough time to res back up and come back as almost a full squad team.
But they have to go down the hill. You have to get into the circle. And Dream Eaters, they were the first team to rotate into the circle. And I regard. But Dream Eaters, they're in the circle. They have the man advantage. I do want to point out that Black and White has been absolutely instrumental in them getting to this point in the game. The second we saw him get 1 knockdown with the AWM, he's followed up with at least 2 other knockdowns with the overpowered weapon, but now they've got to close it out. It's a 3 against 3 push.
Looking really scary for Keen. They lose 1. That's going to be X team down for the count. Nurse and Quattro remaining. They also lose Nurse, and that's going to be leaving Quattro 1 man standing. He's going to get sprayed down, and this normally should be a chicken dinner. There you go. He tries to go for the rush, tries to go for the bloodthirst. It will not be paying off, and there you go. The 2nd chicken dinner of the day will be going to Dream Eaters. Their 2nd chicken dinner total in the grand finals here of the Pro EU tournament. GG, well play. And look at those kills, Imperium. A total of, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 kills. It will take a little bit of time. I'm very slow at mental math, but there you go. 12 kills total. And plus, 15 kills total. There you go. I'm really bad at it. 15.
16 kills.
16? Wait a minute. 6 to 12,
15.
13, 14, 15. 15, not 16, Imperium. Trying to make me doubt I know my math is bad, but come on.
I'm testing you, man. I'm testing you.
Ah, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for having my back.
Okay.
But man, Dream Eaters play that one so well. Really good rotations consistently throughout the game, which is what we've known them for throughout the entire Pro EU tour. In the group stage, in the semi-finals, and right now in the finals. And they get themselves such a nice amount of kills, plus a chicken dinner. They were in 2nd position. They are, in this game specifically, they have a chance of contesting #1 spot away from the field. The field had not a great performance here. They're not even in top 7. They are in top the field. In 13th position with 0 kills. This might be the one.
Okay, fair enough. But let's not forget that the field had a fantastic result last game with a high amount of kills. and they were already quite far ahead in the overall standings. They had that nice little buffer. So, yeah, okay, 100% Dream Eaters have helped their cause, but it's definitely,
It's close.
it's definitely not that sweaty for the field. They got to bounce back after this poor performance in Miramar in the first game Angle. They will want to bounce back. But I tell you who is looking very good. Team Unique. Third place game 1, third place game 2. First game they had 5 kills. This second game they got 8 kills. That is very, very consistent from this top team.
Very consistent indeed, Imperium. Unfortunately, like, the last circle just completely messed them up. They were really well positioned until then, but unfortunately sometimes the circle is just not on your side and you're just going to get flushed down. They had to go downhill. Heroes X already there. Keen had an angle on them. Also, Dream Eaters has a perfect angle on them, denying them a push down. And also the smokes. They tried to chuck some smokes, but because it was such a steep slope they were trying to go down, the smokes would not actually stay there. So they had to go, like, unfortunately, without too much protection when they were actually running down, and they got messed up because of that. So unfortunately, yeah, Team Unique not very lucky on the end game circle. But as you said, 8 kills and a 3rd position. That's still really consistent. And Team Unique, they are known for their consistency and their repositioning. So GG well played to them. Keen, 2nd position with 5 kills. And that is your top 3 for this game. And now, once again, for Aura, I need to show all the team's positions. Otherwise, she is going to be destroying me after this stream. So I'll just do that real quick.
Yeah, and then also, let's look at the fact that Hate also bounced back after a poor game 1 on Sandhawk. Yeah, they didn't really get in the
9
top
kills.
3, but they did get 9 kills in 5th place. So that will help them in terms of maintaining their top 3 position overall. It's definitely a lot closer, and I would love to see any kind of update in the overall standings. But all we can do is pretty much speculate, do a little bit of rough calculations, and go from there.
Right, man, Imperium, do you see this? From the team right after Hate Gaming, 6th position, 7th position, 8th position, 9th position, 10th position, 11th position. All these teams have 0 kills.
Except for Prisa had...
Except, yeah, they're in 12th.
Yeah.
So from that position until 11th, no team's got any kills. That is just, all the kills actually got, like, almost pumped in the top 4, top 5, top 6 position. And after just no kills for almost any team. Though we have Price, who got 5 kills. And then another 2 teams, The Phil and Attila getting himself 0 kills. Really unfortunate for The Phil. It is going to be pretty close with them and Dream Eaters in the fight for 1st position. Because once again, 1st position, you definitely want to be there at the end of today's stream. Because 1st position, $500 US. 2nd position, that's 300. So it will be doing a big difference, at least in a bank account. So hopefully Dream Eaters and The Field can just have some good performances so far to give us as much of a good action-packed finals as we would like to have, because action-packed finals, that's the best thing, and hopefully it will be consistently good from here on out. But there you go, guys. That was the 2nd game of day 2 of the grand finals for the Pro EU tournament, brought to you by YaLLa Esports and Gamers Unite Nation. Myself and Imperium will be going over for a very, very short break, and we'll be ready to jump back into game number 3 of the day, which will be on Erangel. I know you guys are happy, so am I, and I'm sure that Imperium is happy too. See you guys soon in just a few short minutes.
listen. I want you to 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 I want you to listen.
How did you do that? How did you do that?
The signals are broadcast as radio impulses into space. And all that they're being heard on every radio telescope on the entire Earth.
Did you think it was?
The signals are broadcast as radio impulses into space. And all that they're being heard on every radio telescope on the entire Earth.
How did you do that?
How did you do that?
let me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? 'Cause when you let me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? 'Cause when you let me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? 'Cause when you let me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? 'Cause when you let me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? 'Cause when you let me, baby, don't you see I'm shining?
Hoi hoi! Welcome back, guys. Thanks so much for waiting once again, fellow people of Twitch and YouTube. Hope you guys all are having a fantastic viewing session so far. I'm once again with Imperium. We had a little bit of a break. Imperium told me to shut up, so I'm really sad. But we're going to be jumping into Game 3 of the day on good old Irangle.
You deserve that you were singing and I couldn't vocally tell you to shut up, so I had to type it in chat. But yes, we are at the halfway mark of the final day of the final stages of the Pro EU Mobile PUBG Mobile.
Are you losing yourself?
By YaLLa Esports and Gamers Unite Nation. I do realize about that.
Wait,
Such
it's the
a
Pro
roundabout way.
EU tournament?
Man, leave me alone. Leave me alone. My back is sore. Okay, that's.
I felt the struggle.
The struggle is real, man. The struggle is real. But anyway, so we have been given some kind of information, which is pretty important in terms of the overall standings. That the field are apparently only 6 points ahead of Dream Eaters in the overall standings. 6 points. That's nothing.
That's a squad wipeout and a half, if you can count it in that kind of like sense. But it is not a lot. Just like if you get once again in top 5, just one position can make a huge difference on these kind of standings. And once again, some tournaments is not really important if you're in like first, second position, third position. But this is the grand finals. It ends after these 3 next games. We have 2 Wrangle games and a Vikendi game. And after that, that's finished. That's the last games of the entire Pro EU tournament. So, and if you get in first position, it's $500. Second position, $300. And then it trickles down even more. So, it's a really big difference. And these teams have to put every ounce of effort and just skill in these 3 remaining games. Because it might make a big difference. Once again, 6 points. That is nothing.
It is nothing indeed. But I'll tell you what is also not nothing. That is that playing trajectory. It is going from the southeast to the northwest, more towards the east side of the map in general. So George Pool will be a little bit trickier to access. You will want to get into a vehicle, but Military Island, very easily accessible, as is the likes of Milta Power Plant, Milta in general. Then, of course, other popular areas, Rossock School and Pachinki.
Yeah, well, basically all the western coast is a little bit out of the equation for this third game of the day, so it's not going to happen too much. I want to try and see which team will be normally here. The team of Pachinki. Team that most consistently has been playing Pachinki is team number 13, Supreme Gaming CIS squad, at least, loves going for Pachinki. They got denied on it a few times, especially from the other Supreme Gaming team. They were just fighting up against each other in Pachinki, but not much has been coming on through, and I think they might not get fought over in Pachinki. They have been the kings so far, at least for yesterday. But 2 teams will be dropping here. 3 teams in YaLLa Polyana, which is going to be the Feel, Dream Eaters, and also Supreme Gaming, the EU team. They're not going to go back over to Pachinki. They're not worth it.
No, they're not indeed. But Dream Eaters in YaLLa with 2 other teams. That is Team 7 and Team 11. So that's Heroes X and Supreme Gaming EU. This is such an important game in terms of being in the overall standing. 6 points behind the Feel. Every point is going to count. They cannot really afford to lose members early on in this game. They, of course, making it work so far. 1 member of Heroes X has been knocked down.
Yeah, and Selim might be following suit. Normally, the total team capacity of YaLLa Polyana is about, what, 3 teams? Maybe 4 teams maximum if you're really pushing it. But here, they're all mixed up against each other. As Antho tries to rush up against Heroes X, Solus, they will be there to shut him down. But now, because they're all mixed up against each other, and they're just in such a close area of the map, of the YaLLa Polyana, the fight is bound to break out. So really, if the teams can, just separate yourself from this area, try and breeze a little bit, and get a better position to pick a fight. Because right now, this is looking pretty scary, especially for Heroes X that found himself like cornered up. But they did lose Antho for the side of Supreme Gaming, the European team. So this is not looking great. Dream Eaters, they got 2-2 split across the road. They are the team in the safest position, at least in YaLLa Polyana. But it is still not a situation you want to go for. And Son HP just barely res back up and already knocked back down. And almost actually getting flushed out, but he got back to the wall just in a lack of time and will make it out alive, I do believe. But Black-White just trying his best to take this fight. But nice fight back from Solus. Playing with the Scar without even a scope Imperium and getting that shot.
It was just that, also the fact that it was in between the kind of the crack of the house. Great play. I believe that res will come out on both sides. That will help Heroes X reset themselves a little bit. They aren't going to be pushing, are they? They're actually pushing. Do they know that the other member of Dream Eaters did go in? That's going to be very, very risky indeed. He does pick up a level 1 helmet. He's got a shotgun, which will do a lot of damage close range in the early parts of the game when you're less tier 2, tier 3 armor. But he's very low health himself. He will go down with just a tickle of a feather.
Yeah, Advocate from the other side of the road trying to deny the push of Heroes X, but they all cross this midsection and make it into the building. Now, Dream Eaters seem like they're leaving the scene completely. Thanos jumps out. I think White will be trying to do the same kind of play. He does jump out the window indeed, trying to avoid full damage and try and peel back to his team onto the road behind the walls. I think this is a really respectful rotation, which is what, once again, Dream Eaters are known for. The Heroes X, they are looking for blood. They are looking for the fight. Trying to pick them out, but Dream Eaters just being very scarce and careful on how they shifted away. They might actually just make the rotation work out and survive the encounter with a 4-man squad, which I did say they had to go away and try and get some room to breathe, and they are doing just that. So great move from Dream Eaters, and I don't think they're going to suffer any casualties.
It's definitely not over till it's over, but better for them in terms as a disengagement. So, wise choice. Not enough teams do it. They know they have to in this position. Looking at this phase 1 circle, it's quite central. Yes, the military island is in play, but with the amount of center circle, the amount of the main land that is involved in this phase 1 circle, considering it's so central, I very highly doubt it's going to be a military base ending. Of course, phase 2 could shift heavily down south. We will find out in due time. But right now, I think the teams will have a safe place, just being able to find a location inside the circle, and then, of course, look to build up their position and push teams around them outside.
I just wanted to check to make 100% sure we did not lose any teams. We did, unfortunately, this time. Not Spawn was 13 teams, but 12 teams, so one team did not show up. Which does happen the closer you get towards the end of a tournament, because teams are like, well, I don't have any more chances to make it through. I'm just going to leave the tournament, which, I don't really agree with. I think you should try and play as long as you can, but no, unfortunately, it is bound to happen eventually. So we still, like yesterday's games in Imperium, like every single game, 16 teams, every single game except the first one where you had 62 players or 63. We had 64 players the entire day yesterday. And that was the most enjoyable experience, at least in teams showing up to a tournament, that I ever had, like doing these scrims and doing these live event from home, and it's been really nice to see all the teams show up after day 2. Some teams have given up, unfortunately, which is a little bit unfortunate, but hopefully this is still going to give a lot of action.
It's a shame. It's a shame. Teams that don't show up in the final stage, not making themselves look bad, but they are realistically giving a bad impression of the tournament. It doesn't matter whether it's the qualifying, the semifinals, the final stage. You play to play your heart out, to do your best. Doesn't matter if there's anything to play for from a monetary value. You have personal pride on hands. If you don't show up, you're just giving up yourself and you're just making yourself look bad. It's a shame. And if I was those teams, I would seriously reconsider why you're playing or why you're looking to play competitive PUBG Mobile.
I think it's also, maybe from a different perspective I'm coming from, but I also think it's a really good platform that you're showing your team and what you work towards on stream. It's a really good platform, right? Because you've got a lot of people watching the stream, and it might be an opportunity for you to get picked up. Imagine you have like the best games ever, and just like a tournament organizer, like a team manager just sees you playing, and is like, oh, I'd like that one player, or I'd like the entire squad. They're really good. So it's also you're showing yourself to the world, and you're just denying that potential visibility away. But right now, Istanbul Wildcat was one member of Supreme Gaming. Still be team number 11, so that means this is the European team, but he's going to get chased down. This is looking more like Mad Max more than anything else. They might actually get holes down, and they're going to spray him down, and he might die out pretty soon. And he does die out. Headshot coming through from Gotcha. Pan through. Is he going to go for the pan? Oh, no, he's not. Not going to take the chance. He knows that there are other members around.
What a Mad Max play coming out from them. But worked out in the end. They will have to be a little bit careful being too out, but they are being very, very aware of the rest of the team that are around them. So great play by Istanbul Wildcats. Nice to see them being a little bit more aggressive as well, Max, man. Chasing down that kill, using the opportunity to add another point in the overall standings for themselves, and of course, eliminating a member of another team.
I don't think it was really intended to pick a fight because they were going on the complete eastern side, but it just fell in their laps. They're like, okay, well, free call, thank you very much. And just picked it up.
Well, yeah.
So they do fight back when they have to and when it's a given fight, so good for them. But DVI getting really close to one of the top teams, only 6 points away from that first position, Imperium, and DVI. This is okay, game crash. There you go. We'll just have to reload it back in, unfortunately. PUBG PC sometimes does crash a little bit. But what I wanted to say is that DVI taking down one of the top teams might be actually just a really good fight for them to pick up, but it will be a little bit of a struggle. I think there's only 3 games remaining. I think it's pretty safe to assume that DVI are not going to make it in the top 3 because they're really far behind. But still, if you want to go out with a bang, taking out teams such as Dream Eaters would be definitely really good on your resume, so hopefully they can try and do something out of it. But I'm pretty sure that they want to try and avoid the fight, but Dream Eaters, because they're so close to that first position, if they made the math, they know they're only 6 points behind. Any kill counts. So if they want to really go on top of that fight, these are the kills that can be super valuable on the last 3 games.
But you also want to go, okay, well, should we avoid...
Is it worth it? Yeah.
Should we avoid that one fight like they did against Heroes X? So it means we're in a better position coming into the final 2 phases. And that's what Dream Eaters' mentality should be coming into these final games, because they're 6 points behind the field. Every point's going to count. Even if they finish first and the field finish second on the same amount of kill points, that's going to put Dream Eaters in a better position. But that is not all of Divine Vendetta taken out, but 1 or 2 members.
Yeah, I think there's only Magidus remaining, actually. Yes, the last member was a car fuming, making out with mid HP. Oh, he's getting shot at by actually team number 9, which is going to be Northern Light. No. The car is fuming, the car is burning. And this might be game over. 1 bullet might be all it takes. He gets shot into the body once again, but... Woo, close call for DVI. And might actually make it out alive? Or am I talking too soon? I'm not too sure, but a few bullets and that's game over. But Circle Shift going to be going down south a little bit sooner, but here we go. The fight happening was a lot of skirmishes. There's going to be Supreme Gaming, the CIS squad, get involved in their own fight. They got 1 kill already, but the car does explode, but it's not going to be on the same team. It's going to be for X Team on Keen, who's in X Team completely, as unfortunately when you do explode in a car, you don't get knocked, you get instantly killed. There you go. It's going to be a few fights, a few kills going over the board, but still 12 teams all around.
Yeah, 41 players left standing, as we are going to see the next circle showing up in the next 30-40 seconds. The rotation coming out from the quarry is looking pretty good as well. I don't agree with Keen's position, to be honest, because if you look at the fact that, yeah, okay, they're on the coastal line, but they're very much pinched should the circle go heavily up north where they have to try and get into a more central position. So that could go against them. Of course, we'll find out. But Unique, they get a crate for themselves.
Yeah,
They'll
Groza.
get that level 3 equipment. And of course, a Groza.
The Groza, always good, especially in a team as good, as Team Unique, so they'll be playing around that. I remember casting Team Unique in PL, right? They were just absolutely insane. And Team Unique also on PUBG Mobile, they're doing absolutely awesome. So I'm really happy to see the two teams doing great on both platforms. It's really nice and just very satisfying to see. As this number Wildcat going to go for a very, very safe play on the eastern side, going straight toward the area of Milta. Circle shift will be on the north, a little bit over to the east, but it will not be a military island finish, as you did say earlier, Imperium. And now Potato Hill is overtaken by Dream Eaters. And hopefully they're going to stay on Potato Hills because it's dead center and it's such a good area to scout from. I think they have got one of the better positions.
True, but I do want to point out this is what I saw talk about with Keen. Like they're on the coastal line, and yeah, okay, it is quite a decent bit of landmass available, but it's going to be more difficult in terms of the rotations. As Dream Eaters, they're going to push back the field.
The car's fuming. He has to jump out. He knows he can't stay in there any longer, so he's going to try and rise back up, get a little bit of a peel. But Dream Eaters, once again, just a great positioning in this Potato Hill, and just denying a push on top of them. Unfortunately, couldn't find the first frag on Pasta, but nice push on the side by Thanos. Going to put some work in, and easy shutdown, easy flush, and no chance whatsoever. That was a big deny coming through for Dream Eaters, and you know the feel. Think of a finger though, gotta say, even though they lost one member, they saw the fight coming to them and they were like, okay, we instantly gotta go to the compound, and they reacted so quickly and they found a game plan. They saw that compound, they were like, okay, we're gonna set ourselves there, we're gonna try and find the fight.
And the only reason why he why I believe is sorry, the only reason why he out of the vehicle was because they're starting to smoke.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to get out of there. He was forced to, but either way, that was also a great play by Dream Eaters to secure that kill against the team that are ahead of them in the standings.
Yeah, Team Unique going to be losing one of their members though as they're trying to push upon Supreme Gaming CIS. Pretty sure that Rogue might be gone for the count. Matic is going to pick a 1v2 versus Limit and Crystal. He's trying to use that third person perspective to give himself some information. He sees Crystal, he gets up, might have a really good shot potential. Crystal takes a little bit of damage, going to be rushing. He sees Limit, going to go for the spray, just connect the frag. Now, unfortunately, look at that. They all down on the side of Team Unique. Was only Matic remaining. He already pulled clutches in the past. But this is where he's going to be counting heavily in the leaderboard. He's going to get shut down by Itachi, potentially. Able to fight back, gets prone, but still such a close-ended fight. And Itachi hits the last bullet, and there you go. Team Unique eliminated in last 12 position of this game. Really struggling to find their position. The 2-2 split was good, but if it doesn't work straight away when it happens, you're going to be, unfortunately, having a really hard time in that skirmish, which did actually end up happening.
Yeah, just they didn't have the high ground. Supreme had CS had the better ground, and also they got the first knock. And because they got the first knock, they had a more advantageous. They were able to dictate the team fight a lot more heavily. Yes, the return knock came out, but at that stage, the two members of Team Unique had already been knocked down. And like you said, Malik was left on his own. Couldn't do too much. He should have focused on the other member that had gotten the first knockdown against his team, but it was still going to be hard for him to deal with this 1v3 situation.
It was a 2v2, a 2v2 v 2v2, like the two squads were having a 2v2 split, and the two splits were actually fighting up against the other split. That's very confusing, actually. I'm saying it, but so the fact that they got that first knockdown made it into a 2v1 scenario, and that means that the members that were on the right side, that had a man advantage, could actually assist the other team as they were getting pushed. They got another knockdown, then they got a second knockdown, and that's why it worked so well. So their focus in that fight was really well played off, and we're going to be seeing then actually Supreme Gaming, the European squad, they're going to be still in play with Backfire. I'm not sure where Smokies is. You know, he's in a car, it says, but I can't click on him. Oh, there you go. I can actually click on him. He's still in the blue zone, making it through up where on the eastern side. There you go. Still was two members remaining, but it's going to be a pretty harsh situation as Keen still on the southern side of the circle is going to be still taking some direct shots towards Supreme Gaming and CIS. Trying to find some knocks, trying to find some frags if they can, but they're going to be leaving the site, so they shouldn't be able to get too much out of that fight. And also, they gave their position away by trying to pick the fight. So you're pretty sure that at this point in time, Supreme are not going to try to take that fight head on. as it would be pretty risky.
No, once they can loot up the bodies of the members of Unique,
Yeah, just get out.
important thing for them. Plus, never mind the fact that Unique had picked up a
Groza.
crate earlier on in the game, a Groza. So let's see if that is picked up by any of the members of S2 CIS. But with the circle centering off quite nicely, Dream Eaters have Pachinki Hill. We will see Phase 3 being exposed in the next minute or two. If it shifts down south, it will help the likes of Keen and Dream Eaters will have to go down that hill. But if it does shift up a little bit more north, then Dream Eaters will definitely once again find themselves in a strong position.
If it shifts center, then they're going to be just fine. They don't have to shift whatsoever.
True.
So hoping for them that might not be happening. Supreme Gaming EU still going to try and make their way through Yasnaya Fields. Gonna make it in. Not too many teams around. It is still going to be Heroes X. Smokies might get in a little bit of trouble, but Backfire should be hopefully okay to keep the hopes of his team alive for a little bit longer, because they need it, because they've been struggling in the standings. Red Zone in somewhere just completely just useless for this game, so it's not going to have any impact whatsoever. But Team
Max.
Slay moving up, where's it going to go?
Istanbul Wildcats right now, yes, we haven't seen Phase 3, but I really love their position by the side of the road in between, but they are outside the circle. It's shifted towards the west hand side. Pachiki is still in play. We do see team 6, that is
Hate, yeah.
the members of Hate. Sorry, just the screen resolution a little bit lower, so I can't quite
How
see
dare
fully
you trashed
clearly.
off my screen resolution.
Um, they were in the buildings outside of Pachinki. They're rotating in more heavily. Dream Eaters getting the information, the communication, shots being fired off in the distance, not going to connect.
I thought Beast dropped for a second, but it was just the name tag that actually didn't follow, and it just stayed
Yeah.
on place for a few seconds. So I thought they actually connected the kills, and that was going to be an absolute poggers for me. But now all the team's going to try and shift in. School and Pachinki still in play with a little bit of Roshok remaining. But the chances are there might be a steady finish. Might actually be the case. And you still got also Apartment, which will be a great position because you can just scout out so much of an area if you can get that position for yourself. But Hate Gaming shifting up north of Pachinki. And Supreme Gaming CIS are going to go through the south, try and make it through. At least you have a lot of coverage by doing that kind of rotation. But Istanbul Wildcat, still, their position was really good, as you said earlier, Imperium. They just had to cross the road, not go too far, and they made it through. But unfortunately, Backfire, Supreme Gaming, the EU team, will be under a little bit of pressure by Heroes X. Takes a little bit of damage earlier, but he does make it through. Heroes X, like, willing to do that car rotation, but not doing it just yet, and taking a few shots still.
Well, they're kind of in the red zone. They're outside. They've stopped in those vehicles. I believe it would have been heard, but the disengagement by Team 11 at this stage is S2 EU is perfect. Really well done by S2. They're going to head towards the apartments. You mentioned that as a location. I don't mind it, but to disengage from apartments if the circle goes away from it,
It's
like
really
a lot
bad,
of
yeah.
is really bad. So they are banking on that circle shifting more up northwards in the next phase. Let's see if it works out for them.
Like, Dream Eaters now have some new inhabitants on Potato Hill, which is going to be Price Gaming. Price Gaming, they're going to be sharing a 50-50 split of this area. And they're going to try and take a few shots up against each other, but not much should normally coming out of that, I do believe. The feel, because now two teams are located on Potato Hill, it might help them out, as it might also not help them out, because that means two teams could have an angle on that rotation. But they are fighting each other. That means they are busy, and the field might be able to just, slip through the cracks, make it into the main area of the circle, and just remain safe and calm. As let's not forget, they are as a 3-man squad, and two 4-man focused teams are on Pachinki, Potato Hill. So it would be a pretty hard fight for them to pick, but because they're so focused on each other, probably the field will make it through. I do hope so, because they've got themselves some pretty good games so far. They are 6 points ahead of Dream Eaters, so if they die now, Dream Eaters might just run away with the lead.
Of course, time will tell. There's still 2 more games to go after, so even if the Dream get a much better result than the field, it could easily turn back. We have seen both teams have bad results in today's games, as well as some fantastic results. So time will tell. Of course, in this game, they're just going to be playing for the moment, playing for the late game. Let's not forget that there are other teams around them that can cause upsets. Most notably, Priest. They can definitely put the work in when they have the chance, and we see right now Priest are looking for the shots off on the members of Dream Eater.
Yeah, just trying to get some summation fire, trying to find some knocks, trying to use that utility, trying to use the armor of the helmet and the vest. Get Repreza even lower, down to about now 1/3 HP. But he has a few meds, we saw that earlier, and the circle shift completely to the west. I'm going to be forcing a lot of these teams to make it through. Dream Eaters, Prize, Phil, they're all going to have to leave their previous location. Same for Heroes X, Istanbul Wildcats, and Supreme Gaming European squad. So the CIS squad is going to be slowly making it through. They're straight on top of DVI, the last member, which is Mao. Hopefully he can just remain alive, and he's straight on top of him. And no, he's going to get pushed upon. I can't see him right now. There you go. Where is he located? Is he on the rooftop? I think wait, where is he? Oh, he's there. Veggie did not... Oh, he's not now.
Is he inside the...
Where is he? Oh, you son of a gun. I had no idea where he was located. Good job to him, man.
I had no idea he was there, because I was like, it was a good call for you to say, is he... But I was like, no.
I was waiting for the building to load, but he was,
yeah. Yeah, he's inside the windowsill. But Istanbul Wildcats being knocked down, return knockdown coming out between them and Priest Gaming as they look to both get into the circle.
Yeah, let's go on the eastern side, see how this gatekeeping area is coming on through. Price under a little bit of pressure. Unfortunately, Istanbul Wildcat, they lost Gotcha. They have Boschka knocked away. Rebellion also taking heavy damage. Hazing might be the last standing member of his squad. But Hazing getting knocked out. There you go, Rebellion remaining. And this is just a very healthy Price Gaming trying to go for the push. They know they got 3 knocks now. And even a kill secured a little bit earlier. This is Rebellion 1v4 and getting surrounded by Price. Going for a really good rotation. They're playing it as safe as they possibly can. I'm just going to go into the third-person perspective here so we can try and see how he's getting pushed. But they're trying to surround him with different angles. And there you go, on the backside. They get the knockdown and they get the kill. Great job from Price. Unfortunately, Vlam got knocked away. And Dream Eaters have a really good position on the high ground. So they can try and potentially get a good position to find 1 or 2, even maybe 3 kills from Price Gaming. But it seemed like Dream Eaters are not quite ready to overstay their welcome, and they're just going to be rotating into circle for a more advantageous position.
Yeah, they've got to get into a little compound on the field of outside Pachinki. It's the only real spot that they can hold. The compounds that are inside the circle are taken by a couple of teams. So that's something that they've got to... I'm sure they would have been aware of. They held on to Potato Hill for quite a while, which meant that the circle shift, a much higher chance that teams would have located compounds that were inside the circle on that shift. So they're playing it safe, playing it smooth, playing it consistent as we get down to the final moments of this game. 10 teams, 27 players left up.
Yeah, and Northern Lights on the compound next to apartment, trying to rain havoc down on Dream Eaters. Black-White just like, I'm fine, I'm just going to not peek, and they're shooting everything. They're trying to break really the wheels of the car so you can't rotate down with that vehicle. Trying to get that rotation potential away from them. I think it's a good job from them, but right now, Heroes X getting shut down by Price. And we might actually be seeing Heroes X getting eliminated here in 10th position. Heroes X is now only 1 member, which is going to be Silas, and Nade gets chucked his global direction, and he's straight behind him. Silas has to run away, and that was the perfect nade Imperium, allowing him to get that frag. Heroes X out in 10th position. Once again, what a nade. Price playing this rotation so damn well.
Price holding onto the edge of the circle with those rotations very nicely indeed. They're still a full squad. Don't sleep on them. I said they can put in the work when they get the chance. That's exactly what they're doing. 2 squads they've essentially eliminated in the last 3 minutes alone, Max.
What a good work from Price, though. They're going to get cornered up, and they're going to get a little bit gatekeeped. Their medicine has been given back to them pretty heavily, though. Here it is, the FPS coming on through. Strike from the field, still looking strong, but though here it is, the fight coming over into the compound. Going over to Discrim, see how it is going on for him. He's just not peeking, he's just staying hidden as long as he can. Trying to pull off a little bit of a jack-in-a-box situation, but Price Gaming unfortunately suffering 1 knockdown on Repreza. But they're in a position where the knock can get res back up. I'm pretty sure it can. The circle shifts are still looking good. DVI is still in play because he's just so well positioned that he might actually steal the win away. If the circle shift is lucky for him, it might actually be a chicken dinner for DVI if they just avoid getting located. Blam having to rotate, the car is fuming, might explode really soon. Taking a few body shots, but does make it to the area he was looking for. And now he is safe. He was the scout for his squad. And they're going to try and do a kind of similar rotation point. But Bionic is trying to go for the spray. Was the DP.
From behind, that could cause a bit of an upset for Priest, who did excellent work to rotate, but with shots from all directions, it does push Bionic down a little bit. He's going to have to heal up. That does give more time for Priest to get into that warehouse and put out those smokes and stay safe for now inside the circle.
In it through. Boy, what the hell did I do that? I did something I didn't want to do. How do I close this? No, I don't want to do that. I want to close it. Ah, wait, how do I close this? I opened something, I don't know how to close it. Ah. Do you know how to close this, Imperium? I opened something by mistake.
I don't know.
Ah, rip. I clicked on something and, yikes.
I think you just click the change button.
Change. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Oh, that's good. Perfect. Thank you. I wasn't sure what I clicked on. I was a little bit lost, but there you go. Dream Eaters made it down. Thanos got knocked. We'll get res back up. That actually crate might be pretty useful. Gives them a good coverage as they maybe try and push on Hate pretty soon. S2 making it through for the CIS squad. They're still on the high ground. They got a lot of information going their way. And now the fight will be happening in this compound. Northern Lights vs Price. Strike is going to try and make it through, representing the field. They want to try and get a chicken dinner. They still haven't got a chicken dinner yet on the map of Erangel. And he's going to try and change that. But unfortunately, the blue zone just doing so much work. And it will get secured over by... Which team got it? It was Northern Lights. Prionic gets an extra kill on Strike.
Yeah, so it's going to be another few players gone down. We're down to 21 left. Northern Lights once again firing off into the direction of Priest, but without being... without really knowing he got knocked down. He's on down to his own. Priest Gaming having a bit more freedom now, but they are outside the circle. More importantly, no team is inside the circle except for one or two members of Hate Gaming. That's something very important. Plus, it's open field, so whoever has the best utility, any kind of vehicle that they can rotate in with and cover behind, that's who's going to come out on top.
Exactly. I'm seeing the Majid is still in play for Divine Vendetta, so his position has been pen off tenfold. Dream Eaters, unfortunately, was not a lot of protection. They got those smokes, which are going to be wearing off pretty soon. They're in a world of trouble. And you said it, Supreme, they're going to have to rotate because they're on the very edge of the circle. They're going to be rushing down into Dream Eaters, into Hate Gaming. But they're actually not getting shut down. No. How'd they actually make it down? That's so surprising. Here it is, the fight's coming to them. Thanos is going to be pushing down for Dream Eaters. He's getting fired down. He will be indeed knocked away. Down to now still 7 teams. And Supreme Gaming still alive. Despite that just shift.
And DE go out. DE go out as well. So DE have gone down in 7th place. So 6 teams left standing. Hate, DVI, Priest. Lots of teams that are standing. S2 are still in it.
Too late. Majid a little bit too late on the workout and did get flushed out. That means there's a kill picked up in their favor of Hate Gaming. That's a point. That might have a big difference on the long run. Now, Hate have Jar Jar knocked away. They seem pretty safe in this area, but that one member of Supreme tried to do some work, tried to go for the flush, tried to greed it, but will not be paying off. That's now top 3 in just a split few amount of seconds. It's already down to top 3 Imperium with Keen, Price Gaming, and Hate Gaming EU.
And no team are inside the circle. Of course, you got to say that the advantage goes over to Hate. The reason Keen and Priest are fighting against each other on the north side of the circle. And hey, they can just slowly move in, undetected, untouched, and allow Priest and Keen to take each other out. We are seeing Priest, 2 members being a little bit more forward. They are inside the circle. How well spotted are they? I think they have a tiny bit of a dip as protection against Hate, so they can focus a bit more of their attention on towards Keen.
Keen is going to really struggle now. There's only 12 seconds remaining before this circle just closed up. They're not going to have that protection anymore, so they're going to be in a world of trouble. As Jar Jar picking straight up a fight. Seeing Keen in the distance, going to try and spray Havoc down on top of them. Where's that M4? Can't quite find a knockdown. But that means the Price rotated a little bit further in. They are now in circle. They get 1 knockdown. Find the flush, but Jar Jar's going to be unfortunately clapped straight back into his face. Price Gaming was the prone play. Have, as you said a little bit earlier, a little bit of a dip to work with, but here, I'm scared for Keen, really, here, Imperium. As Quattro going to try and res back up. Does he have enough time? I think so. Yes. Oh, he gets knocked down. That was a big oof for me. And Balance is going to have to run in with almost no health remaining. He's going to get instantly flushed down by Priest. And it means that now his top 2 teams is going to be or Priest or it's going to be... Here we go, Hate Gaming.
Now, this could be very good for Hate Gaming because talk about Dream Eaters and the field being close together.
Or the nade.
We have yet to disregard Hate Gaming. They've got to come in with a 5th place and 9 kills they got in game 2. If they can finish this game in first place with 6 kills, that will very heavily contribute to them claiming a spot in the top 3 in the overall standings.
Yeah, but Priest, this is a 2v3 scenario in their favor. So, not going to be looking too good for them. But still, the circle is shifting and forcing both teams in the center of the map. So, it's not looking good for any of these teams right now in PUBGm. Just a man advantage of Hate Gaming might make the difference at the end. Smokes from Hate. Na'Vi going to try and push forward, try and get closer. Using a lot of smokes, actually, to go downhill. Because Priest having a pretty good position to try and stop these pushing from happening.
That little dip is really helping Priest. It's helping to give them a bit more cover. They could do it maybe being a little aggressive, but they don't want to peek too much. They are respecting what Hate are providing in this disadvantaged play and only taking a bit of damage. Has to try and peek and fire with those pre-shots. Push Hate Gaming away and hope the blue zone takes damage. Priesta goes behind a rock, just about recovers, but it's still looking heavy for Priest.
No, they're making it work so well. Beast is going to be on his own with that tree remaining. Going to try and find the protection, trying to get Reprisal, but it's stolen away. And that's going to be Priest Gaming getting himself the chicken dinner on Orangles, taking it 2v3 and taking that chicken home, baby. Let's go. What a game from their man, Priest. That dip, do you mention a little bit earlier in the late, in the late game stage? That was the entire winning scenario for Priest. They played it off so well. They went for 1-1 split, which I think was actually super worth it because they denied the protection away from those trees, and that's why they got so many knockdowns. And also, they were so precise on those shots. They got 2 headshots, instant, not even taking take damage, just boom, instantly knocked away out of the count entirely. And that's why they won the fight. So Priest Gaming, GG, well played. Was a hefty amount of kills. How many is that? 6,
15.
10, 15. There you go. Trying to count faster. Man, Imperium is teaching me really well how to do quick math. But yeah, so GG well played to them. Able to climb back a little bit more in the standings. Unfortunately, don't have the standings right now. We'll have to try and check that in the break if we can have more intricate information about the standings. But still, Hate, they get themselves 2nd position with a juicy 6 kills. Looking also pretty strong.
And also, I also just want to point out, but it was that last play where Onique was peeking and shooting. That essentially distracted Hate, allowed Reprisa to push forward behind a rock, and then peek, lean and knock, which gave, in a matter of a split second, the advantage over to Priest. Such a well-executed play by Priest. Cannot knock what Hate had done, in fairness, all throughout that game. The circle was in their favor for the majority of it. Even the push to get into that final circle was tough. They had a little bit of help, but they still did great work in general. But can't deny how strong Priest played that to their advantage.
I mean, Priest, right, the thing is they got the 2 first kills at the last fight at the exact same time almost. So really good communication. They started firing at the exact same time. So their synergy was definitely on point. Keen, 3rd position with 3 points. And then you're going down to top 4. Supreme Gaming, the European squad, in 4th position. Divine Vendetta, 5th position. No kills because they lost 3 members early on really quickly versus Dream Eaters. So unfortunately it was only Mirjid making it over to 5th position. That's a good situation out of a bad situation, I gotta say. Northern Lights, 6th position with 5 kills. Dream Eaters 7th with 1, 2, 3 with 6 kills. That might actually be the difference because the field went out in 8th position was only 2 kills. So I'm not too... That's actually really close. 7th position.
I believe there's, what, 2 points in it now? Because they were 6 points behind. Well, actually, no, because Dream Eaters would have gotten a few more placement points, I believe. So it could be very much on equal footing after this 3rd game.
Oh my god, this is so close. We'll try and get some information. We'll keep you guys updated. After this game, we'll try and ask a little bit with Aura and the productions crew to try and see where we are currently standing. So yeah, Dream Eaters 7th position. After Supreme Gaming, the CIS team in 8th position with 0 kills. The Field, 2 kills in 9th position, which might have a really big influence and impact on this game. Heroes X 10th position, 3 kills. Istanbul Wildcats 11th position, 1 kill. Really struggling today, Istanbul Wildcats. I have the impression their rotations are spot on, but when the fights come to them, that's why I told you earlier, right, Imperium, that they're struggling to take the fights head on. And they're suffering big casualties really quickly. And that was actually the rotation on Potato Hill that got denied away, and it was taken over by the squad of Price Gaming. Price Gaming that ended up taking the win, so Price Gaming, I've got to say, they're slowly becoming one of the best teams in this final game. And then Team Unique in last position with 0 kills. They suffered just really immensely early on this game, and hopefully they can try and make it back up on Vikendi, but we all know that's going to be a really hard feat to achieve, so good luck to them on next game. But there you go, guys. That is the 3rd game of the Grand Finals, Day 2 of the Pro EU tournament coming to you live, finished. And once again, this is a sponsored tournament by YaLLa Esports and Gamers Unite Nation. Go check them out on social media, on Twitter, on YouTube, especially YouTube for YaLLa Esports, where the stream is currently live. Do go subscribe, and like that, you'll be notified with any upcoming stream on PUBG Mobile, and also all the other content that they do upload on their YouTube channel. With that said, we'll be back in just a few short minutes for some good old chilly Vikendi action. Myself and Imperium will be there to bring you the games as always. Don't move, we'll be back in just a few short minutes. See you soon.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck on your memory, but it's not like I need it. And we may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head.
Hey guys, thank you very much for waiting. We're ready to jump into the fourth game of the day. And as I said earlier, this is going to be some chilly action coming to us live on both Twitch and YouTube. YouTube, we are live on the YaLLa Esports YouTube channel, so definitely go check it out and do hit the subscribe button. Myself and Imperium, we're ready to dive into the action once again, but we are unsure of the current standings of first and second position between Dream Eaters and the Field. And it's very spicy, and you know that these next games are going to be even more sweaty than how they were already set up, Imperium.
Knees are weak, palms are sweaty. Mom's spaghetti.
spaghetti.
I don't know the rest of it, but anyway, yeah, like all I know is that it's damn close between these teams. Even like I said, like the likes of Hate and Prius, you know, like they've all put in pretty good results, and the Field they've had what, 2 bad performances so far in the first 3 games. That is really turning the tides in the overall standings and making these teams a lot closer than they were yesterday.
We were only 6 points away before this last game. Dream Eaters got a better position and got also more kills. I'm not exactly sure of how many kills it was. I think it was like 6.
They got 4. They got 4 extra kills than the Field, and they got extra positional points.
Yeah.
So between those two, I reckon there's no more than 1 point difference. But then you got, I reckon 1. If not, it's equal. But then you've also got the fact that Prius have had good results today, and even Hate have had a couple of good results today. It's heating up, and it's getting pretty spicy between these top 3-4 teams.
Getting pretty spicy indeed. Oh, I'm seeing a countdown. Quickly. We've got to go in game. Quick. Oh my god. There we go. In game, boys. Ready to jump to game number 4 on good old fancy Vikendi. Last time we had a Vikendi win Imperium is actually won by the one and only Dream Eaters. So if they can replicate that amount of success, take the chicken dinner here, that might actually seal the deal for them and actually secure them #1 spot. So Dream Eaters, all eyes are on them, but this is going to be a pretty northern shift going over to the east, denying a lot of dropping locations away from the likes of Vihar, Milnar, Winery. Dino Park also seeming extremely far away, but it's a little bit like in Miramar when you do play on Vikendi, where it's from when you're in the parachute mode, you can easily scout out vehicles and rotate easily. So I'm not really too worried. I think these teams, most of these teams at least, should be able to get their favored drop-in location under their hand pretty soon.
Some would say Dino Park is billions of years away. No, dinosaurs.
What? Oh, okay. Imperium,
Okay.
you want me to blow your mind?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know plastic dinosaurs, you know the little toys, right? They're made out of
Yeah.
plastic. But when you think about it, plastic is just ancient dinosaurs that like turn into petrol and then turn into plastic again. So basically, plastic dinosaurs are made out of dinosaurs.
The more you know, guys.
The more you
The
know,
more-
guy.
Not only do we bring the hype, we educate you viewers as well.
Ah, there you
know,
go.
Like,
You come here
you
with
know,
a small brain, you exit, you got a big brain.
yeah, where else would you gain such useless knowledge? But either way, we have seen a couple of teams drop together. Keen and Team 16, that is
Attila.
Attila, in the same location. Keen had a pretty good result last game, getting third place with 3 kills. Let's see, in the snowy, mountainous areas of Vikendi, can they follow up with a good result?
Hopefully they can, Imperium. Hopefully they can indeed. The circle shift. Ooh, spicy spaghetti. Do DVI. And Dream Eater. I can hear myself in a little bit of echo. I don't know. We can hear it on stream, I think. Not too sure, Imperium. But yeah, DVI and Dream Eater's getting pretty close to each other towards Villa. Hopefully DVI will not try and pick that fight again, even though I'm pretty sure that it has been sealed in stone, the fact that DVI will not be going into the top 3. But these are kills that Dream Eaters can try and prey on and hopefully get a good performance. But Dream Eaters, they're not going to play this one aggressive. They're just going to leave the scene completely and try and get themselves out of pressure. But Simon Factory is actually getting put under pressure. Northern Light and Heroes X are both going to be trying to overtake the area. But no, Prynick's going to be jumping down. Where's the MP? This is not Assassin's Creed. I think you're playing the wrong game, mate. But Silas gets himself the nice kill with his squad. And Heroes X looking really strong, shutting down members left, right, and center of Northern Lights. As Headache going to try and run away, well, roll away. As Truder did also get knocked away. And yeah, there you go. That's going to be a bunch of easy kills in favor of Heroes X. But he's got a good angle. Putting pressure on top of Silas. But Silas does get knocked away. But he's straight into the building. She should be safe for now. And if I were Headache, I would just leave completely. This is not a fight you want to take.
Disengage, get the hell out of there, take the for what it was. But Headache seems to be rotating around, not letting Cement Factory away from just yet. There was a knock on each side, so Heroes X does have the overall man advantage. It's just a Headache that is up. I don't think it's worth even in any way going to team fight. Just get the hell out of there, recenter, reposition yourselves, as it seems like Heroes X have cemented this location for themselves.
Cemented. I see what you did there, Imperium. I see what you did there. Okay. But they're going to try and take a few shots, try and find the... Yeah, you had. I think that's the first time I heard that joke. So you know what? In terms of originality, you get 10 out of 10. In terms of, like, the joke being funny, you'll get a 6.9. I'll give you that.
6.9, I see what you did there.
Yeah, though unfortunately Trudeau's going to be bleeding out, so that's going to be a kill secured and an extra point for Heroes X. That means they're standing on 3 kills and 3 points total. But I want to try and see where the fight will be happening. Though Headache is not leaving. Doesn't want to stay a Headache. He wants to become a pain in, you know...
In the head?
A little bit lower, but yeah, so let's say that.
Nose?
Okay, Imperium. You're older than me. You should know these kind of things.
Excuse me, but I'm a nice Christian man.
It's
Thank you
Christian
very
channel,
much.
by the way, guys.
Yeah, this is a Christian stream, but actually no, it's yeah. But no, Headache, not a wise choice for him to hang around there. He's probably just looking to cause a bit of an upset, knowing that Northern Lights and his team aren't really gonna.
Oh, okay, yeah, there you go. You
There
called
you
it,
go.
Imperium. We both called it. That was not worth staying here, and they're going to get eliminated in 14th position. We got more teams, actually, than last time. We had 12, now we got 14. Well, now 13, but got more teams showing up, which is pretty good.
Headache didn't even win that 1v1. You know what I mean? And he had Newsy. Like, you know, that just speaks for itself. And yeah, he lost out, teams out, and that's it. You know, they'll take an early bath.
Lost out big time, though. Dream Eaters versus Supreme Gaming. This is going to be the CIS team. Going to get pretty close. Thanos going to get pushed up by Toxic. But with that third-person perspective, once again, these are the angles which are really good to abuse. Thanos was the G. And try and fight back, but he's just trying to grant information over to his squad. There still has a 4-man squad, as Mecha unfortunately got knocked away. Does have a rock, but this is really risky to go for the res as it's just in such an open area. As Dream Eater also gets knocked out. White is having a bit of a hard time. Where's White exactly? I'm not too sure. Let me go over to his POV. White's going to get punched to death, actually. So now they're down to 2 members, and the chances of Meku, yeah, Meku gets flushed out with Crystal, with the Uzi.
Wow.
Now down to 2 members early. This might actually make a huge difference in the standings between the Field and Dream Eaters.
Dream Eaters have really got to disengage from this interaction between themselves and Supreme Gaming CIS. Supreme Gaming CIS haven't had the best, but they are definitely dangerous. And the fact that it is a 4v2 and Dream Eaters are
Advocate's down.
separated, and Advocate's down, leaving just Thanos left. Is he going to be snapped out of it, or can he actually snap S2 in half? Reload 2 against 1. Dream Eaters go out in 13th place.
The Field is still in play, and now the Field, they see that on their radar. They have to play the most passive game of their entire life to just aim for positioning point. If they can do that, I think they might actually secure themselves their spot in first position. We still have 1 game after this, so it's not set in stone. We're getting pretty close to that point, right, Imperium? And now the Field, this is their one chance opportunity to make it through even further in the game and try and secure that, once again, $500 cash prize for that one, for that first position. So hopefully they can look well for them. And if I'm in Dether, though, losing Mao earlier. But yeah, this is huge what just happened, Imperium, right?
It really is. Very, very big indeed. Like you said, the prime opportunity for the Field to get us.
Oh, the Field. Oh,
It will really follow up onto the back of Dream Eaters going out early on in this game. In Vikendi, the Snowy Mountains not working out for Dream Eaters in this game. Didn't you say that they won yesterday in Vikendi?
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. So definitely no repeat. We are going to have a different winner in the final stages in this map. As we see, hey, pushing on forward. They are close to DVI. They have a nice position.
Pretty close. DVI lost 1 member earlier, so that means they also do have the man advantage and the compound. That should be enough to really force away DVI to just hopefully scare them away. But, you know, DVI, they pick fights sometimes that they should really not even think of picking off, but they still do it. So the Field, as I said earlier, try and play as passive as they possibly can. They go on the northeast rotation towards Mount Kresnik, and they're going to try and play it as slow as possible. They're going to pull off basically a team unique, where it's just you stay on the edge of circle most of your, your entire early game and most of your mid game. If they do that, I think that's their better chance of just aiming for position, because from that game, that is 0 points. 0 points for Dream Eaters. They get no kills and 0 positioning points.
Yeah.
Any point now for the Field counts, because you said it was maybe 1 point, so it is definitely extremely close.
I think it was. It is extremely close.
The Field, they're going to rotate. They are playing the safe play. 4 cars for 4 man. That hey, you know what? Just for that, the Field, I absolutely love you. Thank you so much, because this is such an important game. If I saw them do a 4-man car rotation at this stage, I would find their phone numbers and their addresses, and I would do something probably illegal. But there you go. At least they're not doing it. So that makes me happy.
No, they're not. They're not. It's a much wiser choice for the Field at this stage of the game. You know, especially because of the fact that you're on jet skis as well, so that does expose them individually. So rotating all as a full team together is a nice choice indeed. They are on the outskirts of Mount Kresnik, which is a good position towards the circle, as you do see 2 teams going up against each other. That is Keen against DVI. Healing coming out for a lashing, but what can the other members of DVI do, because they aren't? But the rotation, the push coming through from Keen, although Play China was knocked down a little bit.
Yeah, Player Shiha is going to try and res back up a little bit. Does get back 75% HP. Balance on the backside. I don't think he has a really good position to assist his team from the rock there. I think if you wanted to try and assist his team, he could try and make his way a little bit higher up, so he can actually have a different perspective from his team. But he's going to be pushing with his team, so they're going to go for a 4-man aggressive push. Lash in, trying to just remain unseen. Try and get maybe just a peek at the very end of the fight when they're going for the engagement, and try and maybe surprise them. Get the kill. And I see that Ink Mermaid is on the stream and judging us for our dad joke, so she's judging you for the cemented joke, Imperium. I hope you know that. I hope you're proud.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that indeed. But as DVI, they look to smoke the area around them, try to protect themselves quite nicely. As Keen are going for a 2-2 push.
Ooh.
Really like that for Keen. They're sticking together. The one knockdown from
He jumps out.
Keen. Second gonna be knocked down. Lashing getting the turnaround play onto Keen.
Now it's going to be Nurse remaining on his own man. Lashin, he just waited and at the prime opportunity just went for the frag. Great place on him. Nurse is going to try and push Lashin though. This is pretty risky and actually so risky to the point where that's going to be Keen eliminated in 12th position Imperium. That was like Lashin. That was the perfect play. It was maybe not going to be worth their time. It was maybe not going to actually turn into anything, his position. But they went in such a good position and they just got the info. Well played.
Max, that was the Lashin party. He lashed all of Keen, just like that. That was pretty much a 1v4. Now, of course, great support from the rest.
They gave
of his
information,
team
right?
With the distraction and information, but at the end of the day, he picked off Keen one by one, danced around the hood, used the smokes to his advantage, and just like that, Keen were out of it.
Keen is out of it. 12th position, not getting many points out of that, unfortunately. But here it is. The fights are starting to break out. Istanbul Wildcat was the 2-2 split, with two teams right next to them. The two actually supreme squads just around the corner. This is Istanbul Wildcat in pretty big trouble, I do believe. They're getting shot from the back and the front. But look at that fight coming out from Gotcha. Picking fights, picking up teams one by one. But they got 3 knockdowns now. That's going to leave Boschko on his own. Boschko, you might want to try and get out of this skirmish right now. Getting really close to Kazin. Maybe he can get a res, but also Holes has a really good position. He's going to pop that smoke. But once again, the snipes are coming through from Holes, and he's not going to let that res happen. He doesn't want to allow that to come through. But that is smart play, though. You can see that he's trying to give a little bit of a smoke road to his ally. But look at that. Even the Hate Gaming are trying to get another third party. So much is coming around the map. To third party onto third party onto third party. That's too many third parties, man.
Hollis is pushing forward. Going to look for the push in the engage. Okay.
Just yeet him out there.
Yeah, he just yeeted his teammate left, right, and center. But Heroes X being pushed out by the field.
Yep. Yeah, pushed out. Istanbul Wildcat do get the res. That smoke road did help Kazin just crawl over to the wall of the compound, and Boschko got the res, so that's a nice play. At least they still have 2 members. Going to make it a little bit easier for them to hit the late game stage. Though I'm seeing the field getting really close to Heroes X, but it seemed like that they're done with the passive gameplay. Wait, I tried to go to their POV. That was weird. But Heroes X losing 1 member to the hands of the field. That 1 kill might also have a huge impact throughout the entire game. Now the field up to 1 kill.
Yeah, it's also just another point in the favor of the field, put closer in the overall standings, either ahead or equal or ahead of. Like we said, we don't know the overall standings right now. All we can do is speculate and have a little bit of awareness of how close these two teams might be. Plus the fact that you still got 3rd place and 4th place, which could easily be just as close.
Team Unique getting pushed by actually Divine Vendetta. Has Majid got res back up by Lashin. Absolutely clapping cheeks earlier, Imperium. What a play. What a good information given over. But now they're picking another fight, and Team Unique is on a completely different level. And Team Unique are just going to be not quite peeking out, not doing anything, trying to get themselves some information. But Matic seems like he is pushing. Going up against what I just said. A little bit risky, but I think he's just trying to get information. He doesn't seem like he's on a position where he wants to try and find a fight. And Mermaid Sendo, apparently we're saying a lot of BS, so that's not very nice. Okay, Mermaid, I'll ban you off the Twitch chat. Is that wise decision, Imperium? Should I ban her? You tell me. You know her better than I do.
Nah, I feel sorry for her. Keep her on the chat. Let her just do and say whatever she wants as he and say whatever they want as Attila. They managed to Molotov themselves. Unfortunately, not working out for them. As we do see this next phase shift up quite nicely. It's gone down a little bit towards the southeast direction, but the majority of the teams are still inside the circle.
Yeah, Keel is going to be just bleeding out. I think he went AFK, so they're trying to get the loot out of him, which, you know, it turns a bad situation into a good one, kind of. Does bleed out, and there you go. That's some juicy loot for them. Now they can start moving away. And, you know, when you have an AFK, if you don't have anything else to do, just do that. Price, the winners of last game on a angle, slowly moving towards Villa. Give themselves a good position. Unique rotating on the west. But Priest is actually picking a fight, and seemed like they got a nice knockdown on 1 member of OBS Eternal. And they're still trying to wreak havoc. got himself another member. Asher will get headshot by Repriza, and Team Unique are picking a fight with Hate. A lot of fights around the board happening in Imperium because we are in Phase 2, moving towards Phase 3 pretty soon, and still 11 teams. Some fighting is bound to happen.
Yeah, of course, especially in a map like Vikendi where
656,
you've got like a lot of open area where it's spotted. It is compound priority, so when you're out in the open, there's a much higher chance that you are going to be spotted out.
Yeah. The 2-2 split of OBS Eternal did not quite work out. They lost Vox, DC, and Asher. Though they're picking another fight. A nice headshot on the M24 for Dead Silence. So you can see the field on the left of your screen there. They're trying to lurk in, trying to see, oh, what's popping? Can we steal some kills away? We'd like some kills. We want that $500. Thank you very much. But Silas should get res back up without too much of a hassle. They're way too far away to use any kind of utility. But they will be safe and sound for just the next upcoming minutes. But Team Unique, they're slowly trying to prey on the positions of a few squads, especially Istanbul Wildcat and Supreme Gaming. But they're just trying to find some knockdowns for now. But still, the fight's happening. Let's go over to the fight. Position of Heroes X. They did lose Selim earlier, unfortunately. Now there are only 3 members remaining.
But with 2 in that one building looking to do a little bit of sniping, they are covering the area around them quite nicely. They got that knockdown, which is pushing the teams around them back a little bit, which is going to help them in their push to try and get a higher spot. As Okage from the field, looking for Heroes X, looking to take them down to 2 players.
Yeah, Soul is trying to peek out from the window, just get a little bit of take damage, but Salad does get knocked down by Hokage. Unfortunately, it will just be a knockdown, even though it is a headshot, it will not end his life. So the res will be coming on through. Once again, this is a battle of knock. You're trying to use as much utility as you can, but look at that though. They feel actually rushing the compound. They are looking for blood. They are thirsty for blood. Another members rushing one by one, which is good. Like, they don't get denied on the rotation. 2 other members will be coming out onto the last car. Now they are committing. This is going to be a 4v3 Imperium. And this fight, if it goes in favor of the field, this might be the fight that allows them to get in first position. Playing with the MP5K, that's going to be past. The nade explodes. The Molotovs trying to slow down the engagement. But they use their utility. Going to use their meds to make it back through. And this fight is slowly coming to a halt. But on the top side, this is not looking great for Heroes X.
It's not over till it's over, of course.
Right, Nate. Oh!
Very good. What a Kobe coming out to get that knockdown inside that building. Now they forward even more. But the second knockdown comes through. Just 1 man left standing for Heroes X. That is Son HP.
Into the car and get the hell out of here, boy. Not overstaying his welcome, that's for sure. Heroes X is going to take a few shots. Will he die out? He's solo, 1/3 HP. 1 bullet is all you need to get that kill, and you get the squad wipeout. The car is fuming. He does make it through. Still taking shots despite being so far away. He really shows the precision of the field is absolutely on point. And whew, that was a pretty sweaty situation, but with only 1 member standing, they still have a chance for this chicken dinner. But on a map such as Vikendi, it's a little bit like on Miramar. It's just so easy to scout you out. It's very unlikely that a 1-man player will make it through, especially with a fuming car. That means he's going to have to do this by foot, potentially.
Yeah, and he's on the edge of the circle. He's got to try and find another vehicle and make a push for a compound inside the center circle, or stick to the edge and hope for the best, which wouldn't be a bad idea as well, but still going to be tough for him as a 1-man army. OBS shots off towards the members of Team 6. That is, of course, Hate Gaming EU.
Yeah. They got the best position, in my opinion, right next to a road. They got a lot of information going their way. I think, I don't know what you think, Imperial. I think they do have indeed the best position. With still 4-man standing, that's even more pressure applied on these teams. But Heroes X, last member, Sun getting pushed upon by the field. They really want to go for that last kill, potentially. And they're going to be going straight for him. And, yeah, 1v4, Sun HP.
Talk about commitment by the field as well. Chasing that kill down, looking for blood, as you said earlier on. Although maybe they just think, look, it's not worth it spending all this time, so maybe we need to disengage and find a better position in the circle. Let's see what they look to do.
Yeah, they just scouted a little bit, but they're not going to commit to it just now. So many players are playing with the MP5K. I got to say, the MP5K, even though it came out just recently, is not that old of a weapon. It's already my favorite weapon. Like, it's so fun to play. It's like, in my opinion, how I play it is a little bit like a Uzi and a Thompson mixed together. And it's just such a consistent weapon. And it's so reliable. I absolutely love it. I think he's even better than UMP45.
Oh, the ump is trash.
The ump. I keep saying it. I say every single stream I say, and the UMP is getting played here. Or ump if you're weird and you say it the ump. But, you know, Imperium, I'm not surprised you call it the ump. After all, you are Irish. So
Plus, my name is Imp. So
oh yeah,
Imp,
actually, you know what? I actually
you know?
excuse that then. If it, you know,
Yeah,
okay,
thank
I
you
get
very
it.
much.
I get it now.
Yeah.
But I'll
But-
only allow you to say it like that. Only you. You have a
But
card.
fair enough. But the UMP is honestly a trap. Like it's a little bit better than the Thompson because you can use scopes, but UMP is really not that good. Uzi, absolute banger of a weapon. Personally, I prefer that than the MPK, but I also recognize how good the MPK is as a weapon overall. But this is the feel with the high ground overlooking another team once again trying to follow up the 3 kills they already have. Lots more.
Yep, they already got one knockdown on Crystal, but they just couldn't get the finishing blow. After seeing the last move they pulled off earlier on Heroes X, I'm surprised they didn't go for the full rush right away when they got the knock. They are going to be shifting towards OBS Eternal for the other compound that's in the distance, but unfortunately that's a little bit risky, as OBS Eternal are also in the distance. But they do make it to the compound. They made the hardest thing.
Well, I think the reason why they didn't go for the push after knockdown is because they didn't get enough information compared to that.
Yeah.
And the fight
And they had
they
to cross the
against
road.
Heroes X. You know, yeah, there was a lot more information they had gotten on the location of the members of Heroes X, so they could make that push. But now they've got to push on to the members of OBS Eternal. It is a 4 against 2 situation for OBS. Both teams are just inside the circle of this next shift, so they have plenty of time to engage on each other.
They're going to see Team Unique, Divine Vendetta, and Attila fighting on the northwestern side. Team Unique going to suffer a little bit of damage on top of Rogue, but they'll be fine. They're going to go down this number Wildcat. Boschka going to get pushed upon. He's the last standing member. Kazan got knocked away earlier. Nice shot from Boschka. Getting one member of Team Unique down, but unfortunately he's going to get pushed upon. And there you go, guys. Unfortunately, their squad eliminated in 10th position. Divine Vendetta still in play, though. Up on the higher side of things, it was Lash and Majid. After that great fight they pulled off earlier in their compound. Team Unique trying their best to try and deny these rotations away. But Price Gaming, they're just preying on all these kills. They get Majid. They flush it out instantly. And they secure as many kills as possible. And that was Attila that actually got that one, it seems. It did seem
Attila
like
are down.
Price
Attila
got
are
it.
out. Yeah,
yeah, no, I saw like
Attila are down
ATL,
now.
like it was in the name, I think, but I messed that up. But yeah, it is Price that got that kill. They got the point. And Price standing on how many kills so far? Only 4. I thought they got a little bit more, but they're doing fine.
DVI did help Priest out right there because I think a couple of knocks came at the hands of a couple of the DVI members. But now on the edge of the circle, you got 3 teams on the northwest side. You've got DVI, you have a Prius, and you have Team Unique. But then in the opposite direction, you have Hate being put down for very low health against a couple of these teams, but S2 taken out.
They got now 4 kills. Great push from Hate. They were going to be seeing the field. Still 4-man. They got themselves in a really big fight with team number 14, OBS Eternal. But OBS Eternal now, they're just playing the respect game. They're like, okay, the field are the real deal apparently. So we're just going to be trying to ease our way back into the circle. The sneaky way. At least they still got a few members up, so they got a chance of making it through. What I always like to see, even though they do go for a 2-man rotation in one car, they do split their rotation inwards. If these guys die, they should still have a few members alive. They both die, unfortunately. They're both going to get knocked out and normally flushed away by Hate Gaming. But at least they still have 2 members, right? So they did the best that they could. Oh, they got even Strike knocked down. And at least Always Plays on his own. But at least they got 4 kills, then 7th position. That's still going to be way more than Dream Eaters because they got eliminated in 12th position.
It's not the point. There has to be more. They have to create.
There's still a game
that
after,
more.
yeah.
Exactly, because there's still one more game. It's not till it's over. The field, they do not want to go out in 7th place in this game. They want to climb the ranks, climb the standings in this game alone so they can gain as many points over Dream Eaters as possible. So let's see what the final member of the field can do as they're fighting to get into the circle. You have, of course, a couple of teams around them. S2, CIS is very close by. Then on the opposite side, you have Team Unique and Prius, both inside the circle.
Both inside the circle. Lashing going to try and snake his way in there. Let's go over to his POV. The circle is closing up. Already halfway done. But he should normally be able to snake it through unless his footsteps are heard by Team Unique. And I think he's just going to just stay prone. Price is also on the corner. He's in like world of trouble, Imperium. If he makes it out alive, I'll buy you a pint, Imperium, because this seems extremely unlikely on this side. Phil, unfortunately, gonna be in the blue zone and trying to heal up, but he's denied that rotation away from Hate Gaming, and he should be dying out pretty soon.
Plava just trying to heal
Getting
himself
shot.
up.
Nah, he's gone.
He has no more meds. He has no more meds. That's it. All he has left standing. He gets taken out. Dies to the play zone. That's going to be the field going out. Mentioned a good point in fairness, Max, on that they did get a good few more points than Dream Eaters, but is it going to be enough in the end? Of course, we'll find out after the last game. Time will tell. This game is continuing on. We got 6 teams left and 13 players left standing. Prius and Team Unique fighting against each other across the road. I gotta say though, Latchin of DVI, yes, he's outside the circle, but he is kind of being ignored because nobody expects him to be there.
This is a repeat of what we happened last game with Majid just staying in the small area of the rooftop. So hopefully they can get himself a little bit more points, even though he's not going to have too much of an impact because they're not going to get in top 3. They're going to try and spray and pray. As here it is, though, Holes from S2 is going to be dying out. But one thing I have to say, though, the circle got claimed pretty quickly by Team Unique. Hate also trying to rotate in as quickly as they can. Bryce on the road, going to try and use that rock as protection. The card did explode, so they can use that as protection also in that V formation. But they still have that one member of Price, which is going to be Onik, trying to give some coverage to his team. I think he's playing the sacrifice mode. He's trying to give his team a little bit more rotation potential and just lead way. And he's getting shut down by Hate in the distance. That's going to be Jaja taking a few general shots in his global direction. But I think that he did do a nice play. Onik actually really helped out his team. He might die out in the next upcoming seconds, but I think the move was worth it. It allowed him to get himself in circle.
Same with Hate as well. Jaja's doing the exact same thing for Hate. So they're doing for a bit of a split push where they're rotating in, leaving one man from behind, allowing to provide those cover shots and give it a little bit of extra space. Great play by both teams, which means we're seeing a compound of players on the edge of the circle. We cannot forget about OBS Eternal. They still have one man that's standing, and he has a little bit of a dip to the edge of the circle where he can kind of hide behind, but because he's a one-man army and there's 3 to 4 teams around him, that's still going to be tough for the final member of OBS.
As we said earlier, Onik was going to get knocked away eventually. He had to go downhill with not much assistance from his squad, but at least his squad is there. Still have the 3-man squad. Monlam, Vlam, and Reprisa are there, ready to show up to the party. Matic was the G. Does have a good angle on Monlam. Can he find a frag, though? It's a little bit of global direction, but Rogue gets Jaja from Hate. If they can shut down Hate, Hate are one of the big contenders of this game, as they have a pretty decent rotation point and just position overall. But now Price can actually move forward.
So are Unique and Price.
Yeah.
All these 3 teams, other than OBS, although I don't know for sure OBS's overall position, but I know
In
for
the
a
compound.
fact that Prius, Hate, no, I mean in the overall standings.
Oh, yeah.
But Prius, Hate, and Unique are all vying for the top 3, top 2 positions, even potentially the top 1.
Price, there you go, getting 1 kill, securing it and stealing it away from Team Unique. Reprisa able to move himself a little bit further up. And this is slowly getting spicy. It's going to be a little bit slow. This is the calm before the storm, as you might say. Hate Gaming got them cars. Unfortunately, that car's not exploded. So if they can just concentrate their fire on the car, they might actually get knocked down on Namad. That's something to keep in mind. But now the snake action is coming on through. And you know how it happens. Snakes on Vikendi, they don't always work out, as Team Unique going to try and move forward a little bit more, try and claim more of this circle for themselves. Monlam getting some nice suppressing fire on top of Rogue. Unfortunately, not able to secure that frag just yet. And the molly actually pretty on point, but doesn't get any damage.
It was close, but no cigar. Very close indeed. The vehicle is on fire. You might look to blow that up if you're the rest of Team Unique, so it doesn't cause it. Actually, no, it's already blown up. It could already be blown up. My apologies. But either way, they are definitely pinched by the remaining 3 teams. Prius is looking pretty good. Oh no, right in the hands of OBS.
He's so low, he's got no HP remaining. He actually made it through. That was such a risky move. That could have been just a complete upset and just complete throw. But that was like 5 HP. And, you know, the only thing that's important in Imperium is results. And that worked out. So can't argue with that one. But I don't think that Aero wants to give his position away just yet. He still has a chance of raping like a 3rd position, even potentially a 2nd position if he doesn't get located just yet. But Team Unique, they're going to be pushing for the compound play and try and get themselves in that dip you were talking about earlier, which is going to be a pretty big winning factor, I believe, for one of these teams.
Prius and Hate trading knocks now between these two teams is able to actually get the work done. I believe and takes down one member of Hate. No, my apologies. Sorry. He hasn't been able to take down a member of Hate.
Now Priest wins, I think, because they got the high ground and they can abuse that third-person perspective. And the compound, where's it going to shift? But I mean, this is last circle, actually. There's no shift.
This is last circle.
There's going to go dead center, and the center of the circle is actually right on top of this dip. Like, right on the edge of the terrain ending. It's right there. So the fight's actually going to be forcing these two teams over the ledge. And when that happens, that's when the fight's going to be breaking out.
Can OBS cause a bit of an upset, though?
Woohoo. Got some smokes, trying to buy some time. Oh my god, the pressure is here. This is a huge game. Especially for Priest, they have a big chance of making it up. But, oh, there you go. OBS Eternal eliminated in 4th position. Down out to top 3. Team Unique, Hate Gaming EU, and Price. But that means it's going to be a 3v3v1. Neymar just going to try and avoid getting detected, just hiding next to the staircase and trying to wait for this fight to break out between the 2 remaining teams. And he can try and steal a position away, but the circle is shifting on him. Doesn't have any more time to run, and this is phase 8. This is going to be the last circle, Imperium. Just a matter of seconds before this game does end.
Oh, I don't know who to call it, but YaLLa gets a knockdown onto a member of Prius, but then the return knockdown coming down. YaLLa is on his own. YaLLa's going to look for the final. Prius, he gets a 1 kill confirmed. No. It's going to be a heal up between the final members of Prius and Unique. Who's going to come out on top? YaLLa is going. I want to go for the kill.
Heal back up.
It's just Prius and Unique.
Unique
inside the circle. Have Unique gotten it?
Yes, Unique got it. He got time to rest just in the last second, and he stole the win away from Priest. They split their engagement. I think that was extremely smart from Team Unique. They left 1 member, or actually 2 members in the building, to heal back up and send 1 to play aggressively, because at the end I think that because this was the phase 8 circle, they knew it would potentially end in a battle of heals, seeing how this game was going to potentially end. And the fact that they sent that 1 member, YaLLa, to go for the push forced them to stop their healing on the side of Priest, and they would take even more tick damage, and that means they didn't have time to rest back up anymore, right, Imperium? And that means Team Unique just stole it because of that split, having 1 member healing, 2 members healing and 1 member attacking. That was just, in my opinion, the best potential engagement and late game strategy for Team Unique, and it paid off. They gave themselves 5 kills plus a chicken dinner. Team Unique absolutely popping off on the Kendi, and they got themselves a chicken dinner. Doesn't happen very often, but when they do, they play it really smart and they take the win for themselves. But Priest, Imperium, still, what a game from them. 7 kills total, 2nd position. I gotta say, Priest has been one really big underdog team in the entire finals. They've been playing just so well, I think.
Wait, so I have some news for you, to be honest.
Give me my news.
It's not necessarily good news.
Oh.
I just believe, okay, no, it's fine. Okay.
What is happening?
No, you're grand. I got mixed up with some information the GOAT gave me, but it's to with the scrims, not the actual tournament.
Oh, okay. You scared me a bit there. I was like, oh, am I grounded?
Yeah, no, I scared myself.
He's okay.
Yeah, like I just said to the GOAT, like, you confused me. He's like, you know, I'm like, yeah. With all due respect, I don't really care about the scrims. I'm worried about the tournament.
We're in the tournament right now.
Either way, Priest getting another great result. So have Hate, because Hate followed up in 3rd place with what, 9 kills? That's a really good result for them in 3rd place.
Yeah, Hate, GG, well played for them. Though now we're going to focus on the 2 teams we're really looking out for, Imperium, right? The Field, 7th position. That is 4 kills for them. Okay, where is Dream? Dream Eater's got 0. They got 13th position and 0 kills. So this means that Phil are now in the lead. Normally. Because once again, this is pure speculation, but I'm pretty sure they are.
Like I said, we can't discount Unique, Priest, and Hate. Honestly, I really think, like, yeah, okay, we are kind of focusing on Dream Eaters and the field based on the start of and the information we were provided after 2 games. But come on, Priest, Hate, and Unique have all gotten pretty damn good results over the course of today's games.
Well, I'm just going to show the standings of before this game actually happened. The field win first position was 97. Dream Eaters was 82, and Hate Gaming were in third position with 65. So Hate Gaming actually are trying to climb back up pretty significantly well. So I think this is, I don't think it's to the point of like Hate Gaming really threatening top position, unless the last game they get Chicken Dinner was like, what, 25 kills? That might make a really big impact. But other than that, it's game really close between Hate Gaming, Dream Eaters, and the field, to be completely honest. So, doing no man's land. We'll get all the information coming to you guys in time, don't you worry. If you want to be 100% sure to stay updated, go join the Discord of PUBG EU Scrims. Go check out also PUBG EU Scrims on Twitter, and YaLLa Esports on YouTube and Twitter, and also Gamers Unite Nation. I'm sure one of those channels will be giving you guys the information on the current standings of the finals, because I'm not sure we will have it during the stream. Unfortunately, it would be really cool if we did, but I'm pretty sure we won't. So let's see how that will be coming on through. But guys, once again, GD played to Team Unique, securing himself the 4th Chicken Dinner of the day on Vikendi. But now, we're all going to be ending this entire finals on Erangel. It's all coming down to this: Dream Eaters, Hate Gaming, or the field. One of those teams will be taking the win and taking $500 in first position. Which might it be? If you guys want to answer to that question, do stick around. We'll be back in just a few short minutes for the 5th and final game of the first season of the Pro EU tournament. Thanks so much for watching. See you in just a few short minutes. Don't move, or I'll kick your ass. See you soon.
Lately you've been feeling down. You lay awake alone at night. Oh, like your life inside a car. Forget the world and drive real far. Put that record on again. Oh, my love, it's you and I. Close, close, and cool like this fire. Reach for the stars, 'cause we're aiming high. I'm dreaming of you, I dream of a new night. Fighting the dark till we see the sunlight. My love, it's you and I. Close, close, and cool like this fire. So reach for the stars, 'cause we're aiming high. I can't wait to leave this town. Wait to leave this town, 'cause lately I've been feeling down. I can't wait to leave this town, 'cause lately I've been feeling down.
Watching it end again and again. I feel it in waves, you follow me. Drifting to places I should leave. So close to the edge of something so perfect. We were too scared to take the leap. I'm missing the way we used to
Thank you so much for waiting. My name is Maxman. Once again, I'm going to be joined with Imperium for the final game. We're all coming down to this for the grand finals of the Pro EU tournament, brought to you by YaLLa Esports and Gamers Unite Nation. The game is extremely close between the teams such as Hate Gaming EU, The Feel, and also Dream Eaters. And it's all coming down to this once again, as we do have the standings for after Game 8, and I'm sure the Imperium would love to talk about it just a little bit more in detail.
Hell yeah, indeed. Sorry, Anyway, so just to bear in mind that even the scores that I'm giving you now is not 100%. I've been advised by the GOAT to say that they will be rechecked, and this isn't 100% confirmation, but to try and give some kind of perspective and context on where the teams are standing overall. These are the point results after Game 8, as in basically after the first Orango game we had today. So the Feel was in first place with 139 points. Dream Eaters in second place with 137 points. Priest Gaming in third place with 121 points. And Hate Gaming EU in fourth place with 103 points. And Team Unique in fifth place with 88 points. Supreme Gaming CAS in sixth place with 80 points. Keen Team in seventh place with 69 points. Giggity. In eighth place, Supreme Gaming EU with 61 points. In ninth place, Northern Lights with 58 points.
No, ninth. Oh, yeah. Oh, damn. I didn't read that well.
10th place, Team Attila with 40 points. In 11th place, Istanbul Wildcats with 37 points. In 12th place, Heroes X with 35 points. In 13th place, OBS Eternal with 34 points. In 14th place, Bro Red with 32 points, although there is something else there. In 15th place is Divine Vendetta with 30, and 16th place is Godsend with 13 points. So the most important thing here in my eyes is that the Feel after Game 4, or Game 9, should I say, total, the Feel are definitely still in first. What I fear is that Priest Gaming have overtaken Dream Eaters, and so have potentially Hate Gaming EU. So that's the biggest thing that I take away from that, is that I'm pretty sure the Feel are still in first, Priest Gaming in second, Dream Eaters in third, and Hate Gaming in fourth. That's what I take away after 9 games, but that's purely speculative, Max.
So the teams you want to keep an eye out are Priest, Hate Gaming, Dream Eaters, and The Feel. Those are the teams you're going to keep an eye out for. If one of the teams has a really, really, really good performance, that might be enough. But oh my god, this is a pretty bad circle for this kind of game. I do have to say, the playing path was great, like dead center almost, just allowing all the teams to get their better, dropping locations under their belt. So I love that. But this is a really crappy circle.
It really is, and it's a frustrating. Not only does it involve 30% water, it also involves another 30%, well, 20% of the military base. So that means not only in the mainland does it lower the amount of landmass available for these teams to find a position on, it also plays into the factor of it. Will it be a military island finish? Who's going to look to head there? Of course, you do see Hate Gaming EU going straight for a military base. Will they loot there, move out and bridge camp, or will they stay in military base? I think it's going to be risky if they stay in military base, but it would be great if they occupied that west bridge on the mainland covering military island.
I think it is like they're giving it a try. Not many teams, at least they didn't see any teams dropping for military base. So at least they got really good looting potential early game. After their rotation, they're gonna have to keep that in mind. But one thing also we did not talk about is that the mainlander is taken in the circle, right? It's towards Gatka, and Gatka is full of fields, mainly just fields, and that makes your rotations late game just so hard to pull off. And also, it does have a little bit of a lower count of compounds, which makes it just. I mean, it's gonna be a really weird game for these teams. It's not something that you can prepare that well. So hopefully the teams that are in the top 4 will be having a good performance here, so it can actually get to the late game, because rotations, not now, but at least in the mid-game stage, are going to be really hard if it does shift up north toward the area of Gatka, because the fields are just never a good place to fight in and to just rotate in general.
Exactly. But of course, time will tell how these rotations go out for these teams. What is very interesting is that you have two teams on the George area. That is Team Unique, and I didn't quite see what the other team was. It is Team 16. That is Team Attila.
Team Attila, yeah, they're going to be towards George Pole. They're going to be on crates, whereas Team Unique going to be towards the hospital area, just a little bit further down south. The loot will be completely fine for these two squads, so they don't have to really worry about loot. Dream Eaters played really split, you know what, for their job, where this game is going to be so important for them, playing the 2-1-1 split. I'm a little bit surprised. I thought they would play a little bit just more squad focused, but you know, they're just trying to get themselves some information. Not too sure what the game plan is, but I'm seeing DVI rushing towards military base. But it's already been taken over by Hate Gaming, which is a team that is in contention for that #1 spot for the $500 US. And these kills on Divine Vendetta, they might actually make a big change in the overall standings.
Or we could see Divine Vendetta pull out a squad wipe and cause a bit of a big.
I mean, how this game has been going so far, I'm going to say, I think the DVI has been serving more as like CS more than anything else. I mean, just giving kills away pretty easily, and just teams have been farming on them, just they're getting their points up there. So,
Well,
you know what, it could happen.
In fairness, DVI had a great result last game in Vikendi. They got 8 kills and finished in 5th place. You know, they're not performing in the same manner that we've seen them previously. 100%. Totally agree. They've been somewhat disappointing today and even over the last 2 days. But for them to still show up on a second last game, get 8 kills and finish in 5th place, I've got to give them respect for that.
Yeah. They did, you know, step it up a little bit, maybe a little bit too late, but hopefully this will be like, you know, just a stepping stone for them in the future to learn from, and when they get into another tournament, they'll do great. I hope to see the DVI that I saw in the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup, because they were absolutely mental. But you know what, sometimes you have good days, bad days, and it seemed like this time around it was just not their good day yesterday and today, so hopefully they'll come in strong and just won't lose their moral, and I hope that they're going to stick together after this tournament, because we see so many like teams, right, just split after they have a bad tournament or a bad few games, and they just say, oh, I want to split, I want to go into another squad with other teams. But I really think they have a lot of potential. It's not because you have one, you know, bad finals that you got to cut it, like, call it quits. You got to keep on tryharding, and I know they have the potential. I know what they can do, and if they stick together, they can still remain some of the best teams in all of the EU.
100%. Definitely so much potential for DVI. Just gotta get the practice in, learn those rotations, get the knowledge around you, and then of course when it comes to the right moment, have a little bit of luck on your side and get the job done. Like what Lashin did in that last game in Vikendi, you know, ran rings around.
Almost a 1v4 basically, yeah.
Got basically a 1. So you know that shows what they can do, and they are on the top hill inside military base. They are overlooking this side of Team Hate EU. So let's see what they can do in this position. It's a little bit risky. Like I said, you know, occupying military base being a 100% military base finish is always risky, because the second that circle shifts away towards the mainland, that can cause trouble for these teams.
Can go south really quickly. Going to be poking over to the POV of the S. There you go. Supreme Gaming. There you go. I was a little bit like, what's the S for? I was like, it's not the word I'm thinking of, so it's definitely not that. But they're gonna take these shots towards Silas.
Sugar. Thank you very much.
I'll be your sugar daddy. What? No. What? I didn't hear that. Nah. Okay. Focus back into the game. They're gonna be in fields towards Pachinki area. A little bit of a scary spot to be in, but looks like DVI are actually gonna get pushed upon by Heroes. By Hate Gaming, and Hate Gaming actually using Jar Jar, and he's gonna get punched to death. Look at that, just a swarm of DVI players going for it. That's one good kill actually.
DVI, nothing to lose, everything to win, everything to prove in this final game of the day, of the finals, of the tournament. They want to go out with a bang, and they're looking to make Military Island their kingdom.
I'm seeing Price next to the field though. This is pretty scary on their rotation. Oh, see, now I have the car bug there. That's a little bit unfortunate. But they are really close to each other. Same with Dream Eaters. You've got Dream Eaters, The Field, and Price Gaming all next to each other. The game is... Oh, no. Was that Crash? Oh, I think I have a crash.
Oh no. Was it Crash?
Oh, no. I can't click anything. No! Okay, the game crashed.
Okay, get this bad boy restarted. Get back into game and
Okay, let's close it. I can't even access thing. Come on. Oh, game. No. Okay, we got in. Nice. Let's close it and restart PUBG. Okay. Boom, boom. Game loop. Oh, man, that sucks. That's the worst moment where it could potentially even crash. Sorry for that, guys. Nothing can really do that. I'm trying to get it back in ASAP. Okay, play the game. There you go. Load it back in. Load it back in. Come on, PUBG.
oh,
Come on.
let's hope it lets us enter the match again.
Oh, this is the other game stage. It's not like if it's the last circle and everything, but we'll have to try and see if we did potentially lose teams.
If it lets us enter.
Oh, don't pull that off on me, please. Don't scare me.
Yeah, I know. I'm scaring you.
I'm scared, dude. I'm really... I hope it's going to be fine. Okay, boom, there we do this. Nice. And we should be able to get into a game. Once again, our apologies for that. Really nothing can do on our side. The game just has that sometimes. Hopefully, Tencent, if you're watching, please fix. Please, make me really happy if you fix that. Because for scrims, it's not great for streams. Kind of messing us up a little bit. Well, a lot for the finals, but no, it's fine. We should be in this game in a matter of just a few seconds, so we'll be sticking around. But that fight might actually have a big difference. Like, Prize Gaming, Dream Eaters, The Field, all next to each other. If the fight breaks out and one team dies out, they are out for #1 position almost instantly.
Man, I'm trying not to think about it too much. I'm trying not to just keep going in my head. Whatever between the
Your
top,
voice is cutting a lot, Imperium. Just saying it.
that's gonna be that's gonna be game over for them. And yeah, it's just we're just gonna have to let this play out naturally and see who comes out on top.
Oh, we're loading back into the game, boys. We're getting it. Whoop! Okay, let's just load onto the screen so we don't miss any piece of juicy action. And gonna have a nice bear there. Okay, hello there. How you doing? Saying welcome back to the game. Sorry for the crash, but hopefully it'll be working through. And I want to try and see. I think the fight's gonna be happening already. I think we might actually have lost a team. We still got 12 teams. We didn't lose too much. Okay, the fight's coming through. Still got the feel. Didn't play. But I don't see Dream Eaters, Imperium.
No way.
I don't see Dream
No
Eaters.
way.
I think Dream Eaters are gone. I'm going to
No
check
way.
on the standings. Let me check. Change. Dream Eaters overall. Dream Eaters are dead!
Dream Eaters are out. Dream Eaters are out. Dream Eaters have lost their chance of claiming first place in this tournament, and they could have potentially have lost their top 3 spot. Let's not forget about it. It's all to play for. The feel, giving themselves just a higher chance of claiming that top spot, but there's still Hate Gaming EU. There's Unique that can easily take the top 3 spot, and also Prius are still in it.
Prius are still up there on the compound behind the mountain. Not going to have a direct line of sight on the field. Still trying to get himself in circle just a little bit more. It will get denied away from circle though. Hate still taking that fight head on with Divine Vendetta, but that fight will be unfortunately cut short pretty soon, I do believe, because of the circle shift. Attila, dead, center circle. Oh, wait, whoa, that was, okay, why the hell? Oh, I think Imperium touched my screen there.
My apologies.
All good, there you go. We'll blame Imperium if it crashes again. So S2, finding a few angle. They got some information onto Priest on their rotation. He's got the M4. He's got also M24, I do believe. But Price going for, is that 4-man rotation in one car? It's a 3-man rotation in one car. Angry Maxman noises.
It's okay. I'll let them away with it for now, but I don't want to see it coming into next circle. Still is only phase 2. They were going for that position. They still had man up, going for the high ground.
This is good position, yeah.
You know, it's a very good position to hold on to. They will have to be careful about any kind of team pushing into the compound that they are up above from. But right now, their position is looking pretty damn strong. We're still early in this game. We've seen Dream Eaters go out. Well, actually, we didn't see it. We found out about it as soon as we got back into the game. Dream Eaters are out of the final game, and they're out of the running for the top spot in this tournament.
Out for this game entirely. Feels bad, man, for them. I'm a little bit Sad, but hey, I gotta say, they are avoiding the fight with DVI, playing the respect game,
wise
trying to make
choice.
it. I think,
And
as
it's
you
also
said, like
about-
this is really like this is a $500 game potentially for these teams. So they got to put all their amount of effort they can. But though, the field getting pushed upon by Attila, it seems like, and they got Attila a 2-2 split, so they're going to surround him a little bit, but they're going to be calling this compound home for now, at least. The field not going to push any further, which is lucky because if they did, they might have got taken out by Attila. But now Attila going for the 2 other man rotation to get back as a 4-man squad. They gave their position away, so now the field, their next rotation at least will be a little bit more careful and will definitely take that position into account. Ran down.
Attila not deciding to go for that full squad togetherness to actually the other two ground above. So they're still going for a 2-2 split, but they're backing off quite nicely. And I like what Attila are doing. Gotta commend them quite nicely for that. Like you mentioned, they had kind of exposed their position a little bit. And they're just playing it super safe, going for a nice, more central position inside the circle. The location of the second pairing is on the north side of Quarry, and that's one of the few locations within Quarry these teams can hold on to. And because the circle is heavily within Quarry, they're getting that position early on as a 2-man team so they can give information to the rest of them.
Information is key in a world of PUBG Imperium. Although they're all going to be going for the water shift. DVI closed up, actually really close to them. But I think that, hey, now that they're in the water, they can just hide under a layer of water and they might be safe. But Fairy Pier, no team's already there, so they should be able to make it through. But I think they're actually going for Primorsk, which I think is the safer position to go for.
Are they swimming or are they
swimming.
Are they boating it across? They're swimming it, right?
Yeah, I can go to the POV if you want to see. Let me go for it.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I believe that they're swimming. Yeah, because I was thinking they're trying
No. It's
to
going
be
in
a
the water.
boat. But I like that. I actually really like that. It's unorthodox. They made the presumption of going into military base, early on, and it didn't work out. So they're making the best of a bad situation. There's nobody in Ferry Pier for now.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, kind of. You get in position without getting scouted by anyone, but if a team just gets the slightest hint that you're located there, it's almost good to say that you're gone,
Plus-
like because you can't fight
plus-
back.
If the circle shifts far away from Ferry Pier, disengaging away from Ferry Pier
Whoa.
is pretty tough.
But, okay, this car's having a little bit of an issue. Well, calm down. Okay, this SUV's having a true issue, but they got himself one nice shot on the fill. But it's gonna get res back up pretty quickly. But that car's definitely having some spasms. I think it's because of the tension in the air in this game. The $500 is just making this car just absolutely twerk it out. So, I would understand. I would be in the same situation if I wasn't casting. I could allow myself to do that. But...
Well, but I think we always do our best to kind of feel how the players are feeling, and tense in those clutch moments. As casters, the tension is there for us. Never mind how it is for players. So in this final moment, final game, 10th game of the finals, the final game of this tournament as a whole, with all this money on the line, every single mistake is going to hurt you twice as much.
Yeah, because this is the last game, so these teams just... Consistency is key, and you're going to have to put a lot of big brain waves in this game to try and make it through, but the circle's going to be shifting. Where's it going to go? It might have a huge impact on the entire game and the entire tournament as a whole. Imperium, this circle will be sealing the deal for some of these teams. Oh, this is actually really good for the teams in the water, such as DVI and Hate. That means that the field will have to move in circle. Same for Priest.
I don't think it's that good for Hate because all the teams are now going to be rotating down the field.
If they can make it in, if they can make it to Primorsk really soon, they should be fine. They can hold the end of circle. But if some teams rotate now and already hold the pier, then that's the end for Hate. But if they get there fast enough, but Team Unique are already on the move and they're going to try and hold the coastline. But now some teams are going to get cornered. Heroes X is going to get cornered between 2 squads. Price is going for the move, but they're also going to be followed up by Supreme Gaming EU. And Priest might get himself in a little bit of trouble here as they're going to get cornered. But they're just going to be avoiding the fight completely, moving to another location with a 2-1-1 split car rotation, which is going to be making it a little bit easier for them. Taking a few summation shots in the distance, I do believe, from the plateau a little bit high up north. But at least they get into the compound with team number 11. They might be clashing.
On a side note, also, I know it's something simple, but Prius rotating in different vehicles very effective. The higher ground in this engagement, in this very peer location, is going over in the favor of Prius, but we can't deny what S2 Supreme Gaming EU can do with this position, because they can peek and shoot down the dips of the hill.
Yeah, I do think they got a really good situation potentially for them. Both S2 teams are positioned up to take the fight. No, nice shots fired taken by Vlam. The smoke is down a little bit lower. Hole's going to get flushed away by Onyx. Another great nade coming on through from Monlam. And now that's going to leave Backfire just alone as a one-man army. 1v4 versus Priest. And these 3 kills will make a big difference. Imperium, he's going to try and pick the fight. 1v3, gets 1 knockdown but doesn't flush it. And there you go. Supreme Gaming EU out into our position. And 3 kills once again. Looking really good. DVI get themselves to Fairy Pier. They're on the very edge. I don't know where Hate Gaming is. They're going for Primorsk, as I did say earlier.
Yep.
No teams are in Primorsk just yet, and Hate will be there to just be able to assist that team rotation. But a lot of teams here coming out on the east. Oh man, look at that. Feel were on the north, and they went for a really safe rotation up towards Quarry, down towards Primorsk. I love what they did there.
Yeah, but look at the
This is
hard
Istanbul.
shift from OBS as well. But Feel going right into the hands of Istanbul Wildcats. Even when they go past Istanbul Wildcats, are going to be going right near the likes of Team Unique and, of course, Hate Gaming EU.
Yeah, a few teams around there. Ooh. Team Unique. Mardik just a little bit lower. Going to go for the car shift. If you get scattered out by Strike, might be in a little bit of a sticky situation, but he does make it through, so he's going to be fine. At least I'm surprised that Istanbul Walkout got no kills. I think it's because the field went for a really wide rotation, so they didn't go straight into them, and they got them in the position where no teams were located.
Wildcats are passive, Max. We know they're passive. We see that before, where Istanbul Wildcats will actually ignore a team that's kind of rotating past. Sometimes that works out, and that's not to give a lot of hate to them, but there have been moments where I've seen them like not go for shots onto a vehicle, and it's like they could easily have gotten a huge chunk of damage if not gotten a knockdown off it. But now, from a distance, they're going to look for the members of the field.
Gonna try and find past a few summation shots. Was the M4 for Gotcha. Gotcha will not get it. Oil Plaza gonna make it through. Nice spray. Unfortunately, a little bit too wide on the spray. Get a significant amount of damage there. Look at that. The other members of Istanbul are popping off, but just getting some damage, using some potential healing and health bars on the helmet and the vest. I'm seeing OBS making it on top of Hate. These kills, if they get picked up by Hate, might actually be super worth it, but OBS has only 2 members, Dead Silence and Asher. The blue zone is right on top of them. This is going to be turned into a phase 4 blue zone, so they got to force it out, and they're going to go straight on top of a road, and this is not looking good for them. But he gets into a little bit of an area. Ooh, okay.
It's not looking too good as the field are driving through some Wildcats, but Hate Gaming EU have got OBS running across the road near them, trying to hide behind the vehicles, not the vehicles, the buildings of Primorsk. The circle has rotated away from these 2 teams, but Feel picking off shots and the members of Hate Gaming EU.
Ooh, it gets shut down by Strike. He gets the shot even though it wasn't shooting on my screen. What a nice play from Strike. Was the M4 from such a distance? That, oh my god. What a spray.
I know, right?
But now that means Hate lost an extra member. Even potentially 2 right there. Navi is bleeding out. That means that MZ is the only man standing. Their chances for the first position for the $500 are going further and further away. And so far, Feel, they are standing with 4 kills. And they are in the top 10.
I do want to point out that Unique have just gotten a full squad wipe onto Keen, so that's going to be another 4 kill points for Team Unique as they look to push forward. We've got 10 teams left, 35 players left standing. Unique, they have a compound inside the circle by the edge. Feel are on the beach overlooking them. This is going to be very tough for the field because you give Unique an inch, they're going to take a mile with their bullets.
Exactly. This is not looking good for a few of the teams. Navi does get picked up. He's going to be dead. That's normally, I think, a point for Phil. I think that was him bleeding out. But they're still trying to put some suppressing fire on Istanbul Walkout. Istanbul Walkout going to go for the full 4-man rotation. Engage 1 by 1 by 1 by 1. And they're going to make it through. That's going to be Old Boy trying to pick the fight. Team Unique trying their very best to stop this engagement from happening. But Kazin did some work finding Rogue. Rogue does get flushed out at the end. Kazin able to find it so quickly. And jump shots over the wall, but unfortunately will not be working out. Old Boy gets the headshot also. And this is now Team Unique losing Rogue. Mardik got knocked away. Old Boy and Yasha being the only man standing remaining for their squad unless they go for the heal. Istanbul Wildcat, though, making it work out pretty strong. And with Boschka in the background, giving them some really good background engagement. I love what's working out for them. But Old Boy, once again, got the info behind the wall. He's going to go for the molly. This one might be actually huge for them. Gets so much damage out. He might actually get the kill on Gotcha. But Gotcha's got to put his position away. And he does confirm the kill on Kazin.
Oh no, but you gotta be careful. Look who's also coming in from. That's gonna be the feel. So Yasha needs to try and disengage, get a little bit away from that, and allow the and the Wildcats to go at each other.
Hopefully that's what's going to be happening, though. Field Strike gets dead silence. He got a knock. They're looking for kills. They know how important this is for them. As Yasha gets Gotcha. Was the... No, wait. Looking really bad for them, actually. Istanbul Wildcat, they were looking so strong, but now they're going to get hit from the backside by the field really soon. This is looking pretty scary for them. A lot of smoke's getting popped off. That allows Old Boy to push forward in direction of Yasha. They're going to be sharing the compound for now, which is positive for both squads. They don't want to take a fight at this stage. They want to try and avoid it as long as possible. But now, dead silence dies out. That means it's an extra kill secure for the field. The field looking so good.
Max, look at the circle as well. Can we also just get a bit of an idea of the circle? Look at that circle. There's still
in play.
We've got 3 teams in the water, Max. DVI, Hate, and Heroes X are in the water. Feel are on the coastline. You've got Supreme Gaming, CIS, in the beachfront. You got the Feel looking forward, and then of course you got Istanbul Wildcat and Unique in that compound.
They're putting all of their members of the field here in this shack.
No.
A little bit risky, but can be working out. It's one of the only buildings remaining in the area. They're going to be sending some spray in direction of Price. Price is another contender for the first position team. They're going to be spraying it down. Getting a lot of work done here. Vehicles might explode pretty soon.
Working out for Prius. They are going to work out for Prius right now. But you've got Supreme Gaming CIS also in the hood by the beachfront. All these teams and players in the water, they're kind of sitting ducks, but if they get ignored, they can come into count. All Boy gets taken out. Unique go out in 8th place. Istanbul Wildcats ending the dream of Unique getting into the top 3 in my eyes. That's not a confirmation. That's a speculation.
Oh my god, it's all coming down to this. Price just really split, which I think is the better thing to do. It is a pretty scary situation. There's no buildings. This is one of the flattest potential endings you can actually ask for in the world of PUBG Mobile and PUBG PC altogether also. This is looking really bad for most of these teams involved. Though the feel. One nade, that's all that's separating them from life and death. The G again taken out by Monlam. The thing is, he's in the water, so he's going to die instantly. Evo is still one member. The boat has been picked up. I don't know by who, though. He's going to be selling from Heroes X, but he's going to get instantly sniped out. He's got to jump into the water. He can't really stand there any longer. I'm trying to keep visibility on most of these teams. It's pretty hard to achieve. Oh my god. Heroes X still having one member in the backside. Solus will normally get taken out by Istanbul Wildcat pretty soon. Give it to Onyx POV. There you go. Master. Oh, Pasta from the field getting kills on DVI. And even on Price. This is not looking good. They're picking up so many kills. But Price with 7 kills. Also in PUBGm. If they get chicken dinner, they might actually steal the first position away.
That's the thing. They're still in the running. Hate Gaming, they're kind of just about in it. But you feel like it's slipping away from them at this stage of the game. In the overall standings, Prius, they have such a strong chance. They were in 3rd place overall. They can hold on to that 3rd place with this strong result and maybe even overtake Dream Eaters because they were so damn close at the end of game 8.
They were such a good position, but now we're just going to have to wait and see which team can get better positions, which team can get the most kills. Right now in the distance, we're seeing a little bit of a shared situation. They're trying to fight it back. And they do get 1 kill. Actually, going to be picked up by Pasta. He gets the kill on Hate. That means Hate is out. Eliminated in 8th position. Unfortunately, no chance for them to secure that first position. Might have grinding up a few points and a few extra slots, but I don't think that's going to have too much of an impact. Hate out for the count completely. No, and yeah, man. DVI, Heroes X still in the water, trying to buy some time. Solus trying to make his way out of the compound also. But this is.
I do want to point out that I do like the fact that Prius are spread out really nicely. I do want to point out that they are spread out really nicely. They have a lot of area of that circle in their position. Now, are they spread too thinly? Time will tell, but they do have the vehicles that they brought onto the beachfront. They were able to blow up and cover behind. Pastor is most likely going to go down. He's going to look to try and heal himself up, but in my opinion, he should go for the run to get the communication to where the rest of Prius are on that beachfront and communicate that. Be the sacrificial lamb.
Be the sacrificial lamb. That might be a play that might actually work out, but there you go. The field pastor finally taken out. He's been doing such a good amount of work. Istanbul Wildcat going to try and force through, but Gotch is the only man standing. Going to try and use that smoke to get himself in. Uses the first aid kit, back 75% HP, but he's going to use the bandages, try and buy as much time as he can. Then he dropped all the loot on the ground.
Oh, no!
It's too late. No, he cancelled it, and there you go. He missed up. He used the bandage, and that is why Istanbul Wildcat get eliminated in 5th position. And the field still in play with the building. The best play, I would say, right now for the field is to get out of the building, get behind, which they actually did do. They had them get behind.
Outside the circle. Okay, even though we have 4 teams,
again.
2 of those teams were in the water, Max. Heroes X and DVI, they're in the water. You know, they're not doing anything. They can't contribute anything to each other. They're literally in the water behind a boat, but they are inside the circle. Just about, I believe.
Yeah, I think they are, and they might, like, you know what, if the fight breaks out between the field and Priest, that's when Heroes X and Divine Vendetta can just come out of the water and steal the kills. They can steal the glory. They still have a chance of making an impact in this game. But this is going to be potentially the decisive win. Oh, Selim gets picked up by Priest. That's an extra kill. Down now to DVI, Priest, and the field, but Vlam has a really good position. That split, in my opinion, is working out so well as he gets one knockdown on Whip Plaza. Gonna go for an extra spray on Hokage, using that third-person perspective to his advantage, but Strike gets the information. He's gonna go for the spray, fights it back. Gonna use that smoke, trying to buy himself a little bit of coverage. But Strike shooting a little bit too high, will not get too much of an impact. But whoever wins this game might actually be the team to take the $500 US. Great nade.
Strike put down to about 60% health with a nice great grenade by Helm. He's able to throw the smoke.
Oh, the car?
Get the reprise and kill and knock down. But now, Priests are put under so much pressure as Field go into the vehicle, runs them over, and now they're going to fight for it. Laction is still inside this game. Goes for a second run over.
Whoa.
And now he's going to get knocked down himself. But has he done enough for himself and the team? He got 2 confirmed kills for his side. Now comes down to a 1v2. No, a 1v1 inside the circle. Priest against the field. 1 against 2. 1 against 2.
Imperium, this is maybe a $500 1v1 situation. Chucked, it might explode the car, actually. This is huge. But it does explode a little bit early, and the car already exploded, but the other one is fuming. If he has some more utility, if he has some more nades, this might actually make this fight just that much easier. But the fact he's got those cards right now are giving him an insane amount of coverage. And Strike does not have the better, cut in this fight, as Monlam, with that third-person perspective, can just peek over the car, and he is just so well positioned.
Strike has some full send in my eyes. He can't peek too much. He goes down. Prius take the game, and has it been the win for his team.
So wait, now we got to do some quick math right now. Priest, GD well played, got the last chicken dinner, then the 10th game of the grand finals of the Pro EU tournament, and they get themselves 11, 12, 13 kills. Whereas the field get himself, how the hell the field, how they got so many more points? There were 9 points in the lead after game 8. And that means they got also 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 kills. Also, they're both on 13 kills, but chicken dinner for Priest.
But in game 9, Priest got 2nd place with 7 kills ahead of 7th place. So that difference has to come into contention. I do think the field have done just about enough to claim the top spot, but damn, it's got to be damn close, Max.
So this is why we love eSport Imperium, right? This is why we want to cast these games, because these are the moments that we just live for and just pray for all the time. These are just the closest moments where the action is here, and it was definitely a really, really close call, but at the end of the day, we just have to try and see and wait with the production crew of this tournament to try and see which one secures the win, and it's just so close. Divine Vendetta, you know what? They started waking up at the very end. 1 kill for Majid, 3rd position overall. Heroes X in 4th position with 3 kills. Istanbul Wildcat 5th position with 6 kills. Then you got S2. The EU squad was 1 kill and 6. Hate, unfortunately, 0 kills. They are completely out of the count. I think they even get 4th position, not 3rd. I think they actually get really lower because Price just came in absolutely clutch.
Yeah, I do think Dream Eaters have secured 3rd place. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm gonna go out on a limb and predict the top 3. This is speculation, but I'm gonna say the Feel first, Prius second, Dream Eaters third.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think I'm like 90% sure that is the case, but guys, don't take our word for it. We'll get all the information posted on social media, Twitter of Pro EU PUBG Mobile Scrims, also on the Discord of the Scrims, and overall the social media of Gamers Unite Nation, and also on the YouTube and the Twitter of YaLLa Esports. You're gonna go check it out, guys, because this is so close to even we can't tell you exactly which team makes the cut and will get the $500 US. But I do believe, as you said, Imperium, that is the Feel, Priest, and then after that is going to be Dream Eaters. Seems the most likely scenario.
It does. It does seem the most likely scenario. So all we can, it's kind of calculative guessing, or kind of, just doing quick math in our heads, and yeah, I do think the Feel have just, if they hadn't have gotten as many kills in that game, let's say if they had gotten under 10, like let's say 987, then I probably would have put Priest ahead. But because they got the same amount of kills as Priest, and they were realistically
a little bit
ahead,
in the lead, yeah.
They were a little bit in the lead of Prius going into even game 4. Like, they were 18 points ahead of Prius going into game 4, and I don't think Prius made up that 18-point difference. Although maybe because in 1st and 2nd place, there's 6-point difference in the standing? I could be doubting myself.
Oh man, you're making me doubt myself too. Jeez, this is so close. We'll have to... Once again, we can't get the information right now because it takes a little bit of time for us to get all the info out there. So we'll be having to end the stream here, which is very frustrating. We'll get the information out there and we'll keep you guys informed on social media, myself and Imperium. Also, don't hesitate to go follow Imperium on Twitter at EVT_Imperium, and me on Twitter also at Maxman30. We'll be posting about it, we'll be talking about it, because this is one of the most insane finishes. At the last game of the Grand Finals, we had the chance of casting. I think this is maybe even the closest Grand Finals we had between 4 squads, Imperium, like PEL and PMCO. Yeah. At the very last games was not this close.
Definitely one of the closest. Credit to all teams, credit to every single team that showed up. At the end of the day, like, we started this tournament, Max, with the guts of 80 teams. The guts of 80 teams over 4 groups started this tournament, about a month ago? And now we have whittled it down week after week, group after semi-final after semi-final, to these final moments on who has taken not just the top spot, but the top 3 spot, and going home with the prize pool of $1,000.
$1,000, man. 500 for that first position, the most intense and just prize money heavy 1v1 I've ever seen between Price and the Feel. But at the end, Price got the better position. They got the cars and they just went for the peak. Got the last chicken dinner, which might make a big impact or not. We'll have to wait and see, guys. Once again, don't hesitate to go check out the sponsors of this tournament. YaLLa Esports on both Twitter and YouTube. On YouTube, it is YaLLa Esports. And just subscribe, and like that, you'll be notified for all future events they do get involved with. And also Gamers Unite Nation on Twitter. I'm sure they'll appreciate it, because without them, this tournament would not be possible, and we would not have this $1,000 cash prize. And also, thank you very much to all the production crew, everyone working in the shadows of the Pro EU Scrims organization. Without them, this would definitely not be possible, as it wouldn't be even created in the first place. And I got to say a big thank you to them. And also thank you, Imperium, for joining me today. It's been a lot of fun. It's been great. Sorry if we had a little bit of, stream frame losses. Unfortunately, it's the price to pay to have Imperium join us. But I'd say it's worth it. I think that's a really good deal to have Imperium join us.
I did offer to exit my...
Hey, no, it's better to have Imperium, okay? We have some Irish voice mix here. The production value just increases by tenfold easily when Imperium is here. So that's fine. But guys, yeah, with that said, we can't speculate any further. You guys got our opinion. You might have yours. Once again, go check out all social media of Pro EU Scrims, or the Pro EU Scrims, yeah. The YaLLa Esports Twitter page, Gamers Unite Nation, myself and Imperium on Twitter. You can check it out also in the YouTube description down below if you want to follow us, and we'll be tweeting, retweeting, talking about a bunch of stuff. So you definitely want to stay informed. With that said, guys, thank you so much for watching the Grand Finals of the Pro EU tournament. It's been an absolute blast. Imperium, I don't know if you have anything to add before we do close up this stream and close up this entire event.
just what a journey, what a battle. Thank you so much to Pro EU, YaLLa Esports, Gaming Unite Nation, as well as the Arabic streamers as well, the Arabic community. With this, it's been amazing, and I can't wait to be part of it in the future.
Yeah, a lot more to come, guys. This is just the start of PUBG Mobile Esports. $5 million US in 2020. Looking pretty hefty,
Hell
looking
yeah.
pretty good. And we'll have a lot more action coming your way. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you had an absolutely blasting time with us. Wait, is that a word? Can you say that? I don't think you did. I hope you had an absolute blast of a good time with us during the entire event of the Pro EU tournament. I was Maxman. John was the one and only Imperium. And we'll see you all next time for some more competitive action. See you next time.